This for the niggas and bitches and niggas who be hit bitch switch, nick pulling the triggers, hit bitch switch, rubbing the weed, rolling the switches, rubbing, keep on banging, drinking that liquor. Keep that thug shit real when you fucking with me. Keep your sights on steel when you gunning for me. I put my pistol in your mouth and tell your ass to goggle. Gangsta shit so potent it should be sold in bottles. Take a sip and go to hell, get drunk and then end up in the trunk. Fuck jail, you thinking DUI? No, that ain't how you die. It was my thugs and slugs that was the reason why. You niggas thought I was soft, but now it's blood that you caught. And now these shells hit the ground as I'm busting off. 9 double in Beretta, no there's nothing better. Tear the flesh in your chest and now your shirt is wetter. Me and this wild wild together like we husband and wife. This gangsta shit ain't just a song, it's a way of life. We are the thugs.
Bloodshed, pussy niggas is dead. Hollow points tipped with lead, putting gaps through heads. That's what it be like when the street lights get to flickering. Niggas get to bickering and slugs get to tickling. We them niggas that just don't ask. We take your cash, transplant or put your ass. Right hand to your left eye. Hey, Mr. Tough Guy, when slugs fly, I guarantee your shirt won't dry. In times of peace, my niggas playing wars. Stack dope, sit mowing, then we bang whores. We been through gang wars. We bout that green, we bout that murder scene. Pull a tool that's sure to leave your shoulders clean. Cause when it all goes down, I got that heat. You was slow on the drawing, now you worm me. Because
we are the thugs.
Y'all niggas ain't shit but wannabes, it's love. But not for my fucking enemies, it's blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed my blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed. It's Gio, the same nigga that was ready for war, ready for fame and everything it had in store. And I ain't changed, I'm still on the block with my dog. Smoking weed, busting shells, leaving the block for the fall. For my niggas who didn't get to see me achieve. Some died over beef and some died over greed. I'm smoking weed, I'm trying to get rid of the pain. Lord, please bless me to continue my thing. I'm from the streets, and it's been a hard knock life. I'm in it deep, and that's why I don't think nights. I don't sleep, and that's why I don't like lights. I hold heat, and that's why you won't blink twice.
We are the thugs. We're born to die. We hustle for money, for bitches and get high.
Bang with me, bust them things with me. You little bitch ass niggas can't hang with me. Why be the hood of the no good? Breaking your studio niggas down to the flow wood. I'm here to check the game, nigga, respect the name. Or I'ma pull my 4-5 out and select the brain, inject the pain, and leave you for the news to cover. Another victim of Mac Lover, wild motherfucker. Y'all ain't never seen a motherfucking street like me. Ballin' from the Midwest, bringing heat like me. So niggas make way, cause I'ma bring it to you hard. No mercy on your mark, so bow down to my facade and feel the pressure. A real thug from the streets, we do what we wanna do. Nigga, fuck the police, I'm the mouth of madness. Bringing the pain and the sadness, I be the baddest. Smoking niggas to the ashes, Alpha and Omega. Spitting raw from thug data. Dark as Darth Vader with the strength of the creator.
When it all goes down, nigga. When it all goes down, talk to me.
yeah, man. Let's do this. Y'all looking for me? Y'all looking for me? Y'all looking for me? Well, here I is. Yes, sir. They done threw a strike on your boy.
Well, here I is, here I go on another show, and this is the UGAO. Look, I don't know what I'm saying because I'm so pumped up about what I'm really gonna be saying. Hey, look here, man. I ain't even got time for this. I'm ready to go ahead and get into my show. I have been waiting to do this show all day since yesterday. I've been waiting to do this show. Now, some of you may be asking, the few of you that's in here, how come he ain't on the relationship rehab channel? That's his main channel. Well, the reason why is because my last show I did over there about the ladies having something to offer, commentary, the breakdown I did of the lady who did the video talking about herself, they gave me a copyright. I mean, not a copyright strike. They gave me a community guideline strike for that video. So I got to sit down for 7 days. That's my first strike in 4 years. And yep, ain't nothing I can do about it. So that being said, I still could not, I can't hold it. I can't hold it. You don't know how much I want to talk about. Whoa, I can't hold it. I cannot hold it. So I know it ain't gonna be as many people over here, but this is so important to me. That is why I have to do this. So that's why I'm doing it tonight. And I don't give a damn if it's 5 or 50 or 500 people in here. This is that important to me. And I guess one of the biggest things about this particular video is that this one, it is one of those I guess milestone videos. This would be one of those videos where people say, man, I remember when he did that video and he meant that shit what he said. That's one of the videos that I'm doing on tonight. So without further ado, my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of
And if you
copyrighted
can,
motion pictures,
for
video
those of you
tapes,
that's
or
in
video
here,
discs under
share
certain
this show out
circumstances
to
without
some
authorization
people,
of the
people
copyright
that you may
holder.
know
This is
that's
called
on the
fair
relationship
use
rehab
and is
show
allowed for purposes
channel.
of criticism,
May not know,
news reporting,
go ahead
teaching,
and share it out.
parody,
I'd appreciate
which
it.
doesn't infringe
And
of
if
copyright
not,
under
it is
17
what it is.
USC 107.
Shout out to my cousin Wesley T for being the first one in the chat. Love you, cuz. I love you, man. I love you, man. Man, we gotta I gotta definitely, man, we gotta hang out again, man. It's been too long, man. And shit, you fuck with me the long way. We go way back like Cadillac, with the diamond in the back and the sunroof top, and definitely I miss you, man. Love you. But let's go ahead and let me give a shout out to G Friend 94, my man Illa Dre, my man Sylvester 88. I appreciate y'all for being off up in here on tonight. So one of the things that and you can see from the title of the show and exactly what the show is about, I'm trying to cover a few things. I want to talk about people, I want to talk about politicians, and I want to talk about the protests, and I also want to talk about Patriots. And not the goddamn New England Patriots, but American Patriots. The USA, the Patriots of the United States of America. And one of the things that I definitely just have, I had one of those moments where I realized that, you know, something's changed. And I can give you an example. So my daughter yesterday, my daughter yesterday had a moment, and I saw a moment in my daughter's life yesterday where I realized that not only is she a little person who's beginning to think for herself, but she's also a true individual. She is a little person and she has her own thoughts and her own feelings now. And the reason why I saw that is because my wife, who is an amazing mother, I mean, an amazing mother, could not ask for a better mom.
she did something that was very touching, very nice, very sweet. And what she did was I mean, it was simple, but it was impactful. You know how people say it's the little things that count. Well, this is one of those things that actually mattered. And it really touched my daughter to where she actually had a moment. And I was so fortunate and so thankful that I was actually there to experience and share in that moment with her. So my wife leaves a note on our right outside of our bedroom door. And when you come into the house, you come in and you can, when you hit the kitchen, the master bedroom is right off of the kitchen. But there's a little piece of paper there, and it's at her height, at my daughter's height. Daughter's, maybe 4 feet tall, and it's at her height. So my daughter's coming in, we're bringing in the stuff. I just picked them up from daycare and all that good stuff. Bringing in the stuff, and she says, "Did mommy leave me a note?" I said, "It looks like it." So I got my son in the I got Bubba in the car seat. So I'm carrying Bubba. I got my bag, my laptop bag, the baby bag. I got all this stuff. So I can't see the note, but I see that there is a note. So I go and take Bubba and set him down in the car seat. So I'm sitting him down on the table, getting him situated, unbuckling him. And when I turn around, I see that my daughter, she has the note, she's reading it, but I see that she's crying. So I'm daddy, I'm Papa Bear. I'm like, what the fuck is in this note? I'm like, why is my baby crying? Every time I hear my baby, she got the little sniffling going. And I said, sweetheart, what's wrong? And I said, what's going on? And she looks at me and she looks up at me then, and she turns around and she got these little tears in her eyes. And I said, what's the matter, sweetheart? And she looks at me and she says, Daddy, Mommy wrote me this note and it's so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God. Daddy moment, soft as hell. I realized that, of course, how wonderful the note was and that it touched my daughter, but it touched her to the point to tears. They were tears of joy. She was happy and was touched by the note. And I realized, I said, oh my God, my daughter has really turned into a little person. She has her own thoughts and her own feelings. So it was amazing to me to notice that. And I realized that, and I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I really got to see her be her true, authentic self right in front of me. She just was herself. And I told her, I said, baby girl, it's okay to cry. She was trying to wipe her. I said, don't wipe the tears, baby girl. Take your time. Enjoy the moment. I said, that's perfectly fine. I said, your mother did a wonderful thing for you. So she's telling everybody. She told her grandmama about the note, read it out to her. She's like, I'm going to make my mama a note and all this stuff. She did all that wonderful stuff. But the reason I said that was to say this, because I also had another one of those moments at some point yesterday and didn't realize it until I actually was just reflecting on my daughter. And that moment was this. My people, I have realized and I have come to accept, although the years that I have tried to be on the other side of this, I now realize where I must stand on this. And with these people that I've come to know and love, friends, family, people that I see on the show, people that I talk to, people that I don't know that I've talked to, people that I've argued with, people that I've had debates with, all of that encompassing. And this is more so for the people that I actually know. My family, my friends, my associates, people I know, every once in a while when you see all of that. And what I realized is that there are some people, and most of the time, these people happen to be my people, my black folks, niggas, darkies, whatever the fuck you want to call us, the brown people, the people of the sun, the melanated nation. These people have gotten to a point, and I have to accept this, that there are some of us that are truly intellectually handicapped to where they cannot have a conversation, nor can they understand dialogue with another person that does not think or act like them. And I had to sit and think about this, and I'm telling you, it took me a minute to just chew on it. But it was the most difficult part of it was not me chewing on it, but having to actually digest it. So I ingested what it was that I had to understand. Then I had to actually digest it, and I had to let my spirit, who I am as a person, as a man, I had to let my authentic self digest that. And it took some time. And once I did, I realized there are so many people that I know, and that's what's sad, that even when you do point them to the truth, when you do put them in a situation to where they have to see clear as day what something is, they won't accept it. And they will insist on being intellectually dishonest, disingenuous, because they lacking character. They do not have the capacity to be righteous. And that in itself, it's disturbing, but I've come to understand it, that it is what it is, and I accept it now. Me starting the relationship rehab, me starting United Guns of America, part of those endeavors, part of those platforms has been to actually help and change those minds of those that are willing to accept the content and accept the point of view, to the point of not necessarily agreeing, but at least to acknowledge what it is that's being said. The other part to that is that I was doing it out of the love for not just my people, but for us as people. So not just for my homies, not just for my niggas. I'm talking about for people across the spectrum, people in general, the world, Craig, if you will. And in that process, I was blinded by the effort. I was blinded by me trying to say, I got to be better. I got to do better. I got to explain it better. I have to explain it to a point to where it just can't be refuted. And I did that in hopes of trying to reach someone, not to change how they thought, not to change what they believe, just to change the simple thing of saying, I want you to at least acknowledge something different. To say, this motherfucker might be on to something. This person has a point. That's true. That is a fact. And here's what's disturbing and troubling to me. This is what I had to really wrestle with today. And I'm telling y'all, this shit I'm talking about tonight, this has been stewing with me all day. I mean, I'm talking about, you talking about how you get a pot of gumbo together, and once you get all the seasonings and the ingredients in that pot, that next phase of just letting that gumbo stew, or what my mama would call roking, where everything is bubbling and is stewing and is all blending together. That time to where it's about to be the next time I open this pot up and it's ready, I'm eating. It was in my spirit all day. And I said, you know what? As I saw in a movie one time called Money Train. Do you remember when Wesley Snipes got tired of Woody Allen and said, you know what, nigga? It's shaking time. That's what time it is tonight. Today. In my moment, in my life, this is one of those pivotal moments. It is shaking time. I am tired. I am beyond exhausted with niggas. And I'm talking about the niggas that are incorrigible. The niggas that are disingenuous. The niggas that have no character. The niggas that are incapable of having any type of intellectual discourse or conversation, period. I refuse to waste my time and energy on niggas that are like this, because I could be putting my efforts into other things in my life. So, with that being said, when it comes to my friends, my family, my homies, my peeps, my associates, whoever, it is with what do they call it in church? It's time for the benediction. May the Lord watch between you and me while we part from one another, but we shall never part from his presence. May the weak be kind to you, as Bishop Trotter would say. May the sun shine upon your face. May the wind be beneath your wings. May the wind be against your back. Take your wings and fly like an eagle into the future. And if that's with or without me, I'm okay with that. Because all of these people who are unwilling to have a conversation and it be a genuine conversation, it's an actual discourse that you can have that's based on facts, based on truth, based on logic, and you being able to articulate yourself. If you can do that, we good. If you can't, if you don't want to be intellectually, if you want to be intellectually dishonest, if you want to be disingenuous, I'm asking you, I'm imploring you, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you. Just simply unfriend me. Just simply go whatever social media you own. If it's on YouTube, if it's on Facebook, if it's on Twitter, if it's on Instagram, if it's on the Relationship Rehab Facebook page, just simply do me this favor. And it is the last request I will ask from you. Just unfriend me. Just unfriend me. Because I have no more patience for these type of people. I have no more time. Like how in Man on Fire, how Denzel Washington said, I wish you had more time. That's where I'm at. I'm done with it. I wish you had more time. Because now I'm at the point to where the first indicator of intellectual dishonesty, the first indicator of being disingenuous, the first indicator of someone who refuses to acknowledge facts, the first indicator of a person who refuses to acknowledge the truth, I'm done. I am done. I'm literally signing off. I'm out. I am out. I don't want to be bothered with you. You are the problem with not just us as black folks, but y'all are the problem with the world. You are useless you are useless as far as growth and as far as achievement, as far as just being able to actually better oneself. You are useless in those areas. And therefore, I have no use for you. And yes, it sounds like I think I'm better than you. I am. I'm going to call this thing a thing. I'm better than you. And because you can't even comprehend what it is that I'm saying because you are intellectually handicapped, there's no point for us to even have discourse or to exchange energy. That's my point. That is my point. There's no purpose in that. You are, in a sense, the savage now. I've put you in that category of the savage. And I don't want to try to reason with you because you cannot reason with the savage. So the line is drawn. It is set. All y'all, just leave me alone. Don't fuck with me. Don't come over. Don't say nothing to me. Don't wish me happy birthday. Don't do nothing. Because I have had enough of people who cannot have an intellectual conversation, who cannot articulate themselves, who cannot even think for themselves, who can't even say, this is my point and explain themselves, who refuse to do research, who refuse to acknowledge the truth, who refuses to find out the facts. I'm done with y'all. All y'all niggas that just sit and watch the news, don't want to look for nothing, don't want to look up shit, as my boy Tommy say, all of you anti-look it up niggas, I'm done. I do not want to exchange energy with you in no shape, form, or fashion. And the reason why I'm saying this and I'm doing this on a public platform is because I want other people that are like me, other people that are like-minded like me, to understand what it is I'm doing and why. Because I've always been the one who's been, hey, I want to help somebody become a better version of themselves. And I still do. But I've also realized that there are some people who do not want to do that. And I'm telling you right now, the people that you have in your life, the people that you have around you, the people that you exchange energy with, whether it's on a day-to-day basis or whether it's on a yearly basis, a week-to-week basis, a monthly basis, a bi-monthly basis, a biannual basis, stop it. Stop it. Because you are truly wasting your life and your time and your energy and your resources on someone or on someone who will not ever get it. There is a large group of us that don't want to get better. There is a large group of us that want to stay plugged into the matrix, if you will. They don't want to say, well, if you show me, I can understand. If you help me understand, I can get better and I can change. No, there's a group of people that don't want that. You can tell them the truth. Give them the answers to the test. Half of them still won't pass. That's the group that I'm speaking of. So somebody who doesn't think like me, I'm fine with that. Somebody who doesn't agree with me, I'm okay with that. But if I point out a fact, if I point out a truth and you can't acknowledge it, I'm done. In the hood terms, fuck you. It's a wrap. It's no point. It's useless. Because these are the people that are literally making the world a worse place. As some hood niggas say, a worse place. They're making the world worse because they are truly the fuel that is driving this entire train. They're driving this bus. They driving the vehicle, the car, whatever you want to call it, of just insolence and just outright stupidity to the point to where they want to be sheep. They want to be led by that very same thing that gives them the freedom of no responsibility and no accountability. And that is the problem that I've been struggling with people. With people that are in that space. I ain't trying to wait for you no more. I ain't trying to understand it no more. I literally gives two fucks about it. Because I would rather put my energy and my time and my resources towards those that are at least able to intellectually conversate and dialogue and have discourse. I would rather put my energy towards those people than those people that are just totally fucking not even trying to hear the facts and the truth. They just want to stay in the shit. They just want to keep the bullshit going. They just want to keep the nonsense going because it's easier for them, because they don't have to be responsible or accountable for what they say, what they don't say, what they do, and what they don't do. They can just be a fucking fool. Stop wasting your time with fools. That's my advice. I'm glad that I've learned that lesson now today than to haven't learned it and don't figure it out until I'm 60, 70 years old. Stop wasting your time on fools. A fool is incorrigible. A fool cannot even begin to comprehend something different. A fool will look at clear facts, clear truth, and will still find a way to deflect or deny or just to not acknowledge. Those are the people I'm telling y'all, get them out your life. Get them out your life. Because even though you as a person are intellectually superior, even though you as a person have a higher level of intelligence over these people, the fact that they're exchanging energy with you diminishes you. It diminishes your thought. It diminishes your mental health. It diminishes you to the point to where you aren't performing as a human on the level that you could be, because you are wasting time and you're allowing these fucking drains, literally drains, to actually take from you, and they give you nothing back. I don't mind exchanging energy with someone who may not know what I know, but is able to actually have discourse, have actual conversation, dialogue. You can tell me what you think. I can tell you what I think. We can acknowledge, we can see. I can change your mind. You can change my mind. We can grow. We can build. That's who you want to be around. I'm all for that. Those people that are like-minded with me, I'm all for that. Those people that may not agree with me, but are open to the conversation and are open to actually acknowledging facts, truth, and logic. Yes, I want to talk to you. Everybody else, I'm done. I'm done. Stay where you're at. Wither and die. Waste away. Continue being misled. Continue being the pawn that you are. Continue being the sheep being led to the slaughter. Continue to do that, because all I'm going to do is watch. That's it. So I definitely just had to get that piece off my chest, because I've come to just realize, and I'm gonna be able to point back and reference back to it over tonight. I see where it's at. I see where we're at as a people. I've always said there are some of us that just ain't gonna make it. Some of us gotta go in the purge. Everybody can't get saved. I've always said that and agree with that 100%. What I've come to realize now, and the revelation that I've had, is that I should not waste my time with those that I know are doomed. If you can't acknowledge truth, facts, or logic, you are doomed to be either where you're at or worse. That's what that is. That's what this is about. So those people that you talk to, that you see and that you hear, and they think, oh, you big mad. The people that say those same stupid ass lines, oh, you mad at something, or you upset, why you acting like this? All of those people that cannot have an intellectual conversation and cannot articulate themselves, be done with them, y'all. I'm telling you, it will be for your good. It will be for your good. You will prosper much. I think it was somebody that put that in here that said their life got better. Yep, Jason. Shout out to my man Jason Gunn. He said, I did this very thing 15 years ago. My life has been awesome. And I get it. Because even when I moved from Chicago to Michigan, my life improved. When I moved from Michigan to Texas, my life has improved. And all it is just distancing yourself from the bullshit. That's it. That's exactly what it is. So I can clearly see how it's made me better, how I've gotten better. My family has gotten better. I'm able to actually grow in a much more conducive environment to where I can actually see the growth in my life. Not just, oh man, I learned something today. I learned something about myself. No. I'm just saying the quality of life that I'm living now today is the best quality of life I've ever lived. That song, I'm living my best life. I am truly living my best life right now. I'm telling you that right now. And I can see on the horizon better. And I don't know who that's for, but I'm telling you, you can't get to where you really want to go. You can't get to where you dreamed of going with the same people that you started out with. Life don't work that way. And you got to be okay with letting them go so that you can grow. I'm telling you, you got to be okay with that, because if you're not and you think you're going to take everybody with you, you're going to fail just like Hammer did. Y'all remember him, don't you? Most popular entertainer in the world, rivaled only by Michael Jackson. Nigga had 52 motherfuckers on stage, all from the hood, and wind up going broke. Fucking with niggas. The ones that was just taken from him, the ones that was stealing from him, the ones that didn't actually give him anything back from what he gave to them. They all drained him to nothing and left. Don't be MC Hammer. Be a Hammer. I just thought of that one. Don't be MC Hammer. Be a Hammer. Tear some shit down. Build some shit up in your life. Because when it's all said and done, everything that happens, it's all on you. It is all on you. So, the other thing that I want to talk about is politics. And when we talk about the politicians, we talk about what's happening with this, what has happened. What had happened was with this election, people, especially us, we are in the state of right now. We're looking at where it is right now. And so many people, because they don't like Donald Trump, so many people, because they just don't like, I ain't talking about got real political issues with, just don't like him, because they've literally been brainwashed by the fucking media. The same people who listen to rappers talk about him, the same people who listen to music artists and celebrities praise Donald Trump over the past 4 years have now begun to hate him for no reason at all, unless it's personal, because though none of the motherfuckers I even know this man, but they hate him just because they was told to, because somebody told him, you know, he's a racist. What? He's a racist? Oh, I hate this motherfucker now. Hey man, you was just singing the rap song that had him in the video with niggas. Yeah, but he's still a racist, Joe. He's been called a racist. He's been called a traitor. He's been called what else did they call? I mean, you name it, they've called him that. And the thing is, here's what niggas are stupid. Because I get the politicians in part of this. Here's what niggas are stupid. Niggas actually think that because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are gonna be the president, that they won. What the fuck they think they won? I have no idea. To the point to where now, and hear this, niggas think that because Donald Trump ain't the president no more, that people like me and other people that voted for Donald Trump, they think we lost. Yeah. These niggas are so stupid that they think that this shit is a sporting event. They think it's my team against your team. They think, oh yeah, them niggas mad now because they lost. You know how when the and shout out to my man Lance. You know how when the Bears play the Packers? You know, I talk cash shit when the Bears play the Packers. And I know good and goddamn well for at least the past 10 years, the Bears ain't gonna beat the Packers because of that goddamn Aaron Rodgers. But nevertheless, I'm a sports fan. I like the art of sport. I like the art of competition. I like the fact that I have a home team that I root for. It's fun as a game. The Bears winning and losing is not my life. The Bears winning or losing does not control my life. So when the Bears lose, I'm disappointed in my team not winning. I'm not mad. And these niggas are thinking like Biden and Harris are really on their team. From the niggas who just don't like Trump, To the niggas that think Harris is just gonna be the best thing ever because she gonna fuck around and be the next president and gonna be a female. So bitches think they winning. Stupid. Stupid. Two people that are seasoned, veteran politicians and have no track record whatsoever doing anything for the people, and more so, never doing a goddamn thing positive for niggas. But they're rooting for them for the simple fact they're not Donald Trump. You don't like how Donald Trump speaks. You don't like how Donald Trump, how he tells you, he don't tell you what you want to hear. He don't politic and smooth your ass. He don't finesse you like Barack Obama did. So because of that, I don't like him. I hate him. And I don't give a fuck who's running against him. It could be the Antichrist himself. I'm voting for it. And that's what has happened. And that's what it is. Now, the whole thing about, well, I ain't gonna say that because if I say it, then it's gonna motherfucking fuck around and flag me or some shit. But the whole thing about what happens when people go out and they click on a little piece of paper on the computer screen to say, I want this person to be in charge of these resources for the people. When that happens, and the fact that that happened, and when they went and did that, they literally was not considering at all what it meant. They literally just wanted the win. I want to get a W. And even though there may be some inconsistencies, which if you look and you research and you go and try to, you go and look for it, you will find factual evidence of inconsistencies. You will find it. So I don't have to tell you, I ain't got to show you. I've done that in other videos. Go to my channels, check them out. You will see the inconsistencies that I'm speaking of. To the point to where my logic is undeniable. Just saying. In spite of that, the fact that they wanted to get a win, that has been the main deciding factor for a group of people that really think life is about to get better for them. The same group of people that have been literally, I can't say that shit. The same group of people that you support is the same two people that are responsible for doing massive atrocities against your people, black folks, are the very same people that you turned around and supported so that you could get a win. Yep, exactly, Kango. That is definitely one of the truths of this. If you're not one of the alphabet people, you definitely ain't gonna get nothing better. And here's the other part too. We the minority, 13%. And if you think that anybody is going to turn the world upside down for 13% of the population, you're an even bigger fool than what I thought. Yep, they sure did, Jason. And here's the other part to this. Y'all think it's cool that all of us that ain't with them getting censored, getting flagged, getting our posts taken down on Twitter, getting our channels striked, getting our channels deleted. Y'all think that's funny now because it ain't y'all. But let me tell you something. We are, as Tommy says, we the canaries in the coal mine. We just the beginning. Y'all motherfuckers have just ushered in the beginning stages of a North Korea type of regime. When this shit is all said and done, and you look back 4 to 8 years from now, this shit gonna be where you can't say nothing what the fuck you want. You just better say something stupid, or you better say something that's in support of the status quo. That's what it is. If you ain't acting a fucking fool, embarrassing yourself and looking like a fucking clown, you better not say shit that's against the status quo. You gotta do the very thing that motherfuckers say that we do, cooning. You better step and fetch, tap dance. If you ain't dancing, buck dancing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you ain't doing that, you ain't gonna be able to say shit. Your internet gonna be getting even controlled even more now. It's gonna get worse. You remember not too long ago, there was a time when you can say whatever the fuck you want. And you look at today and you can't. It's certain words you can't say. Like tonight. It's certain words you can't post. It's certain videos you can't post. And this is supposed to be on social media. First Amendment, it's on its way out the door. And Second Amendment is going to be right behind it. That's what it is. And here's the whole thing. Y'all so worried about what Donald Trump is doing. Y'all so worried about the systemic racism, and y'all don't realize who's actually running this country. It ain't the politicians. It ain't the white man. It's corporations. It's the corporations that got Congress bought and paid for. It's the corporations that get all of the legislation passed so they can have even more control over society. It's the corporations, big pharma, big tech. They the ones that's running this shit because they bought and paid for all 100 senators, all 435 congressmen, and all the rest of the motherfuckers surrounding. That's who's running this shit. All of them motherfuckers, the Democrats, the Republicans, they all on the same team. That's why none of them oppose what took place on the 3rd. Or was that the 2nd or the 4th, whatever it was, the 3rd, November 3rd. That's why none of them opposed it, because they couldn't, because they were bought and paid for already. The lines have been drawn and are ever clear now. If you think that it's a Democrat versus Republican thing, that's why they don't like Trump. That's why they hate Trump. Because Trump couldn't be bought. He had money. That was the problem. And Trump, unfortunately, believed in the American dream. Not this Marxist, not this socialist, not this bullshit that they're trying to usher in now. He actually believed in just saying, well, why don't everybody just do what the fuck they want to do as long as they ain't hurting another motherfucker physically? As long as you ain't kicking nobody ass, why shouldn't you just do what you want to do? Sell what you want to sell. Make the amount of money that you want to make. That was the problem. And you got people like Big Tech, Big Pharma, and all these other corporations that's like, nah, we need to continue to control these motherfuckers so that they can continue to enrich us. We want you to do nothing but what we asking you to do and what we telling you to do and what we suggesting for you to do. Whether it's in your social media feeds, whether it's on your TV commercials, whether it pops up on your phone, just do what we say. And the only reason why I'm saying that, so that I can give you some facts, look at who's benefited and profited from this for these last 10 months. Who's made all the money? Because money always has to be made. Who's made all the money? Big Tech, Big Pharma. Just saying. They're all in on it. Like in Hoodlum. You remember when Illinois got drunk because they killed Mary? Mary died, and he got drunk and was playing the piano after the funeral over at Bumpy Johnson's house. And Bumpy told him, "Take your drunk ass home." After he went off on him, like, man, you know all these people that's dead? All these people that done died in Harlem? Like, you ain't learned nothing yet? And that motherfucker was like, get him out of here. He drunk. And Whispers was like, damn it, Joe Illinois. Damn it, joke. And Illinois looked up at him, drunk as hell, but right than a motherfucker. He said, we the joke, Whispers. Can't you hear Dutch laughing? That's exactly what it is. We the joke. Can't you hear the corporations laughing? Y'all don't hear them laughing? Y'all don't hear them laughing every time they see niggas out in the streets tearing up shit? Y'all don't hear them laughing every time niggas is staying in the house, niggas is putting on these masks, niggas is going out getting these shots. Y'all don't see it? They laughing. The very same thing that your own government officials implore, forced by declarations of disaster and emergency and law have forced you to do is the very thing that they don't do. They tell you to stay your ass in the house, and if you come out, wear your mask. Laughing at your ass while you're doing it because they're out in the streets, on their boats, on their yachts, in their restaurants, at the hair salon, at the barbershop, whatever the case may be, at their dinner parties, eating food, having a party, not social distancing, while they got you doing the exact very opposite. They laughing at you. They laughing at us. Because they honestly, truly believe in their hearts that what y'all got to do ain't what we got to do. There's a thing that has come about that I've noticed with these politicians. It's not that they think they better than you. They know it. They know that they're the elite. They know that they can do literally whatever the fuck they want as long as they do what the corporations tell them. They are the actual house niggas. They are the ones that are saying, yeah, we'll tell on whoever we want y'all. Y'all want me to tell on. We'll go after whoever y'all want us to go after. As long as y'all let us have some rights and privileges that don't nobody that they don't have. That's what it's become. You listening to Dr. Fauci. I was one of them. Telling your ass what to do. And then when he came right back around and said, oh, well, what I said ain't what I meant. What I said 2 months ago, no, don't do that. That don't matter. And nobody said nothing. Okay. Hey, you know what we said about 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that ain't true. We need to do it this way. Oh, okay. Hey, you know what they think they said about doing this and then changing that? Yeah, we gonna change that. You know what they said about the kids and all that stuff, how they shouldn't be in school? Yeah, no, they should have been in school all along. We the joke. We the joke. Just saying. Protest. There was a protest yesterday, and this protest was at the U.S. Capitol. Now, here's my thing. In all fairness, in all righteousness, I don't think they should have protested. Here's why. What's the point? And now y'all have heard me say this about protest, period. All that kumbaya, we shall overcome shit, all that Martin Luther King shit, the early Martin Luther King shit, it's a waste of time. That protest was stupid. Trump shouldn't have never called for it. People shouldn't have never went for it because of this. If your Congress is bought and paid for, they ain't gonna change it whether it's 5 of y'all that show up or 500,000 that showed up like they did yesterday. 500,000 people showed up basically on your front lawn, and they didn't even have the wherewithal. They didn't even have the compassion to even say, let's hear what these people are trying to say to us, because we work for them. They literally acted like you didn't exist. They acted like you didn't matter because you don't. You're not paying them. The money that they get from us is just to pay their bills. The money that they get from the corporations, that's what they play with. And everybody love to play. And with that being said, the other mistake in Trump doing what he did, you didn't have a plan. That's just like when them niggas in Chicago wanted to go on the expressway and block the expressway off. For what? What's the point? Just to get some likes? Just to go live? We gonna shut down the airport. Why? We gonna go on Capitol Hill. For what? To show them that we want to save our election. We want to save our country. That ain't how you do it. The very people that are there to actually speak for you won't. They won't speak for you. So what are you going to protest for and show up and show out and do all of this for when the actual thing that you need to have, just like when I talk about the police and all that stuff, you want to change something, you need to change the law. So the very motherfuckers that you have voted, or those of you who haven't voted for, those are the very same motherfuckers that ain't did nothing for you and won't. Because they'd rather lie and finesse your ass and get this money than to actually do what you're asking them to do. Your Congress, and here's one of the things that I had to explain to a few people. A lot of people, y'all don't know how government works. And I'm not talking about knowing all the deep intricacies. I'm talking about the basic way that government works. What the Congress does, what legislation does, what judicial does, what executive does. Motherfuckers literally don't know it. And that's just to our own fault. Because y'all motherfuckers depending on these fucking schools to teach it, you shouldn't be learning that way. You need to be either learning it on your own if you don't know, or you need to actually be teaching it to those that are around you. Motherfuckers don't realize, do you people really know why there's 435 congressmen and 100 senators? Do people really know why there's such a imbalance with the Democrats in Congress? It's supposed to be where these motherfuckers, your congressmen, are literally supposed to be the ear to the streets, the boots on the ground, the voice of the people. The people, as Bane would say. That's what they're supposed to be. So it's supposed to be a bunch of these motherfuckers that's supposed to be on your behalf, not what they feel, not what they think, on your behalf saying, hey, this is what our people are saying, this is what we need, this is what we need to do, this is what we want to go, this is the direction that the country want to go in. Not what some corporation is paying them to say. They're literally supposed to be saying this is what the people want. Do the people want to hear the song? People want to hear the song. That's what they're supposed to be doing. But because they're bought and paid for, and you motherfuckers keep voting for them, they don't. They give two shits. They're smiling in your face all the time. They don't want to take your place. They don't want to be you. I'm going to keep getting this $100,000, $150,000 a year and all these perks and all this other shit paid for by the government and this motherfucking free health care for the rest of my life and this motherfucking awesome retirement plan that ain't nobody else in the world got. I'm going to keep doing that and say fuck y'all and go ahead and get this money from Pfizer. Go on and get this money from Bayer. Go on and get this money from motherfucking NASDAQ. Go on and get this money from motherfucking Google. Go on and get this money from motherfucking Act Blue. That's what I'm gonna do. fuck you. I'm gonna get this money from MacBook. That's all I'm saying. Jason Gunn asks, so what is the solution to stop corporate America? I honestly don't know. Aside from looking at it to say, who we voting for? How are we holding our elected officials accountable? We're not. We're scared. We're lazy. We don't want to. So I don't see the way out of it to where, hey, if we do this and make this adjustment, change this, then that's what'll happen. It literally has to be a thing to where the greater majority of the people, which is not in our favor right now, will have to bring about that change. And it will have to come about to say, we're not gonna take it. Oh no, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. And we have so many people that are intellectually handicapped. We have so many people that are just literally lazy as far as being responsible adults to where they won't. They won't. So it's like for people like us, we just have to learn how to move through the raindrops. We got to learn how to dance underwater and not get wet. That's it. We have to keep just navigating this shit the best way we can. It's like, and this is one of the reasons why I got my shirt on. The empire has struck back. Just saying. The empire has truly struck the fuck back, whether y'all want to admit it or not. What are you going to do against the Galactic Republic? Who's going to go after the Emperor? Where is Luke Skywalker? You remember the part in, what was it, the first Star Wars, actually episode 1? How does democracy die? By thunderous applause. Just like now, all these niggas waiting for January 20th, so they can say, yeah, we won. We won, y'all. And ain't won shit. Ain't got shit. Because here's the thing. Who y'all gonna blame after Donald Trump gone for all the shit that y'all ain't got? Because I'm telling you right now, y'all thought it was bad during this last shutdown? Back in like May and June, all that shit. Y'all thought it was bad then? You ain't seen shit. It's about to get real bad. When these motherfucking companies start closing down, just wait. When these retail companies start closing up, and these restaurants continue to close up, when you got places like Kohl's shutting down 200 stores and all that shit, it's just the beginning. It's the calm before the storm. That whole black winter shit that Joe Biden had mentioned a few times that y'all thought was just him talking out the side of his neck, y'all watch what the fuck about to happen when March roll around. And y'all gonna see all them motherfucking haves keep having, and y'all gonna see the have-nots keep having more of having not. That whole big green deal shit, all that shit equals motherfuckers who don't have a foot in the door to be on the outside in the cold. How many coal miners you know how to build windmills? How many coal miners you know that know how to build solar panels? How many people do you know that have the technical aptitude to actually transfer into this shit? They don't. Just like how just think about it like this. Think about when we moved from the whole thing about just industry from the age of industrial age into the information age. If you didn't know shit about a computer, the whole world was like, fuck you. Especially in America. You didn't know how to use a computer. You didn't know how the internet worked. You didn't know shit about email. You didn't know how to do shit with a mouse or keyboard. You didn't know how to put shit into a computer. The rest of the country was like, fuck you, we're sorry. This is where we at now. You had motherfuckers reading them computers for dummy books, the internet for dummies, Microsoft Office for dummies. Luckily for me, I grew up in an age where I was on the cusp of that shit changing over. So I had computers in high school. I was doing computer-aided drafting in high school. I would have probably been a draftsman or an architect had I had the art background. Cold-blooded. Have a very good understanding of drafting. Very good. I can look at a fucking real blueprint and know what the fuck is going on. Just saying. I was at a fortunate time in my life, I was able to do that. But now, what is it got to transfer to? Some whole other shit, other new shit. And if you ain't on the right side of this, all of my blue collar folks, y'all gonna be left out in the cold. You don't know shit about technology? You got a factory job? How you gonna make something that ain't being sold? That people ain't buying no more? Who making the clothes? One of the three basic things you need is, shout out to my man FFC. Food, clothing, and shelter. If you ain't building shelter, if you ain't making clothes, and you ain't able to cook food, you can't survive. And if you're not connected as far as the technology piece of all of that, what you gonna do? That's what's happening. And that's what these people have been trying to fight against. Because the politicians, they sold on it. They all for it. They're going to still keep their government job. They're getting their government check. They're getting the kickbacks from these motherfucking governments, from these consultants that they paying all this foreign aid to. And they also getting the kickbacks from Big Pharma. The donations to their campaigns. All of that shit. Just vote this way and here go 20 grand for you. Vote this way, here go 50 grand for you. Vote this way, here go $1 million for you. We got it from all of the niggas that donated to the Black Lives Matter Fund. We gonna funnel that shit right back into y'all pockets. It's a win-win situation. And what do? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, man. Black lives do matter. No, they don't. Black lives don't have no political foothold. They don't matter. Black lives have no real corporate foothold. They don't matter. You better off just being a person than you are talking about being a black person. You better off being an actual person that's saying, hey, I'm going to be just an American. You better off focusing on that than trying to focus on being a black person who thinking they lives matter because there's a movement that says so. Because everybody's been saying for months now, Black Lives Matter, billions of dollars. Black communities got not a goddamn thing from Black Lives Matter. Who's benefited from Black Lives Matter? All of the Democrats. Everybody who's running on the DNC ticket. Roll with the DNC. Run DNC. Get that money. That's what it is. That's where it's at. Your politicians have been bought and paid for. Sad as it is just that. It is just that. Think about it like this. All of y'all Democrat supporters, all of y'all, and myself included, Republican supporters, why would this same Senate and Congress get together and come up with trillions of dollars for relief and give more to foreign countries than they would to their own people? They won't give y'all niggas, us niggas, any of us Americans. They are against giving us $2,000. But they will give millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to other foreign countries. And don't none of y'all motherfuckers have a problem with Nancy Pelosi doing that. Don't none of you niggas who actually like Nancy Pelosi will vote for all of the Democrats and all of the Kamala Harris supporters and all of y'all motherfuckers that voted for the Democrats in motherfucking Georgia. All y'all motherfuckers that voted for these motherfuckers because the Congress is majority Democrat. So that's why it's on y'all. Y'all motherfuckers that ain't even saying shit, and they didn't even write it in the bill for the Senate to actually reject or to go against. President, one motherfucker, the only person who's even trying to get it for you, but you don't fuck with him because you say he a racist. Just saying. Put it together. This is the whole thing about me talking about facts. This is the whole thing of me talking about the truth. The same motherfuckers who y'all love voted for, yes, are the very same motherfuckers who, when you said, hey, we should get $2,000, all y'all said, hell yeah, we should get $2,000. And the same motherfuckers who's supposed to actually write that into the bill said, no, fuck y'all. We ain't giving y'all no $2,000. We'll give you 600. The same group that's supposed to be for the people is the very same group that said, fuck y'all. And I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. The whole thing about these Democrats, and I'm going to keep saying it, it's not that they don't want you to have nothing. They want to be in charge of what you have. They want you to be the dog under the table, waiting for what I give you. They don't want you to have your own table, and they damn sure don't want you to have a seat at their table. They want you to wait on what they give you from their hand to your mouth. There's a feast going on, and all they're doing is saying, I'm eating this, oh, this little piece of cornbread, it's hard on this end, I don't want that. And they throw it on the floor to you. And you good dogs, because you hate Donald Trump so much, you just eating the cornbread. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got an extra $600 on my unemployment check. Thank you, thank you, thank you. While it's 25 million going over to Pakistan for gender research, transgender research, I'm sorry. Donald Trump, the man who hates you niggas because he's a fucking racist, wanted you motherfuckers to get $2,000. But the people you say that y'all love, that's looking out for the people, the same motherfuckers who looking out for the best of the people, the betterment of the people, them same motherfuckers that could have put in that $2,000 said, nah, fuck that, we're going to give y'all $600. Mitch McConnell and them senators included. Fuck them too. That's why I'm telling you, they all bought and paid for. They're all giving us the finger. And that was my thing, what I said before about Donald Trump and why one of the reasons why I support him. My number one reason why I supported Donald Trump and why I voted for that motherfucker twice, it's because he's not a politician. He may not have all the answers. Who does? Yes, he gonna fuck up. Who ain't? What president has been perfect? Please tell me. And that's my thing about how niggas are so disingenuous. Y'all be the first motherfuckers to watch this man's every move under a fucking microscope. And that's fine. But you'll overlook every other candidate before and gonna overlook every other candidate after this motherfucking man right here. Cause y'all niggas ain't gonna post shit on y'all social media about Joe Biden or Kamala Harris when they do something or don't do something they supposed to do. Y'all ain't gonna say shit. You gonna shut up and you gonna take whatever the fuck they give you. Cause you don't want to admit that you fucking picked the wrong goddamn team. You motherfuckers gonna, when they raise these taxes, when they cut these motherfucking funds and they cut this shit and they have you niggas struggling, you gonna be the same motherfuckers who gonna sit there and take it. It's just tough right now, bro. It's just hard out here for everybody, man. We all struggling right now. It's just rough, man. It's just rough, you know. But look, good thing, you know, Trump ain't in office no more. Matter of fact, reason why we struggling is because Trump is gone, man. We suffering the effects of that. It's that same bullshit motherfuckers was saying about Obama. I said it my damn self. He too busy cleaning up after Bush. That first term. He too busy cleaning up after Bush, man. That's why he can't get shit done, man. Them motherfucking senators and no car, they hating on that nigga, man. I was right there with him. They hating on Obama, Joe. They mad because a black man is in office and they trying to shut him down and everything he's trying to do for the people, they against it. That's what I said. I was drinking the Kool-Aid like a motherfucker. I took my straw out the mason jar and was just doubling up on my guilt with it. I was loving it. That's what I was doing. I was right there with it. And click the like button, please. Click the subscribe button. Because this is a new channel. They got my other channel. It ain't no new channel, but this is my alternate channel. Because my other channel got flagged and I can't motherfucking do shit for another like 3 days or 4 days on it. And I just had to do this tonight. So this will give me an opportunity to grow this channel too. So let's do it. I was drinking that Obama juice like a motherfucker. And the whole point was this. Yeah, this second term, though. Ooh, y'all better watch out. He ain't got to run no more. He ain't got to worry about none of these motherfuckers hating on him no more. He about to do his thizzle on this second term. And you know what he did? He did the same shit he did his first term. He didn't do shit for niggas. But he did plenty for gays. The alphabet people, they got it. Did plenty for the alphabet people. He did plenty for all of the people that was on his team. He did. And then when he left, he was like, deuces. He's almost some new shit, chucking up the deuces. Gone. And you know what we did? That boy good. That boy good, ain't it? That boy good. Thank you, Obama. My president is black. Woo-wee. Thank you, Obama. Yeah. That boy good, ain't it? That's what he did. He told us that he believed the children are the future and that we should teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. He said, give them a sense of pride. To make it easier, let the children's laughter remind us how things used to be. Hit us with the sexual chocolate and was out. And we were good. That's all we did. Meanwhile, 3,000 niggas shot and dead in Chicago. Meanwhile, black folks ain't got a goddamn thing that they can say, hey, Obama did this for us. And people say, man, you can't do that when you the president, Joe. He the president for all of us, not just for himself, man. Right. He didn't do shit for his city that he from. Ain't shit in Chicago, ain't shit in Illinois for Obama. Bring your ass to Texas and see how many things got Bush name on it. Whether it's the daddy or the son. Bring your ass down here to Texas. Highways and byways, schools and stadiums. Bush is all over this motherfucker. You know why? Because Texas appreciate them motherfuckers for what they brought to the state and to the city. You can't go nowhere in Texas without seeing something about a Bush. Them motherfuckers made their mark. Just saying. Yes, Kango, Trump offered to do more for Chicago than Obama did. But he black though. He black though. He a brother. My president was black. He couldn't get nothing done because of the senators. Because the Congress, they wasn't feeling what he was. Bullshit. He turned the motherfucking White House the rainbow. He did that, didn't he? Sure did. Told motherfuckers, if you don't let men and women use whatever bathroom they want to use in the schools, you're going to lose your funding. Told them that shit, didn't he? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, didn't do shit for his city. Didn't do shit for his state. Why? Because he in it for himself. Because at the end of the day, guess who? Guess who is the richest president of all time? Guess who made, in they 10 years president, guess who made the most money ever? You can't say it was Trump because Trump didn't even take salary. Mm-hmm. Thank you, K-Mac. Old Barry. Barry Obama. All the money. All the money. All the pig's feet. All the hog maws. All the collard greens. So while y'all niggas was walking around, me too, putting them on pictures with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Obama, putting them on pictures with Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Obama. When you took down the picture of Jesus and put up a picture of Obama, the picture of Jesus and Obama on twin crosses. You took down a picture of Michael Jordan with the "Come Fly With Me" dunk, and you replaced that with Obama. Niggas talking about Obama even played basketball better than Michael Jordan. He the best nigga ever. Overall, Obama is the greatest nigga of all time. He better than Paul Lawrence Dunbar, better than Martin, better than Malcolm, better than Nelson. He's the greatest nigga. He's the GOAT of niggas. While all that shit was going on, what you niggas got to show for it? What us niggas got to show for it? Nada. Just say it. Let's go ahead and let's talk about this here. Now, this guy here you see up here, his name is Tucker Carlson. And I want to play a couple of videos that he made. I'm going to play this one first, and I'm going to play the other one second.
All day you've been bombarded with images of what has taken place in Washington. Too little time has been spent thinking about why. Anyone who's trying to understand the significance of what's going on right now ought to watch the video of the woman who was shot inside the U.S. Capitol this afternoon. In the footage, which we're not going to show you because it's too upsetting, but you can find it on the internet, the woman is standing in a hallway right off the House floor at the center of the Capitol building. She appears to be in her 20s. She's got an American flag tied around her neck. The scene around her is chaotic. People are bumping into each other, yelling, trying to get through the door into the Senate chamber. Suddenly, with no warning, there is gunfire. You hear a shot,
right,
and
Bert.
the woman falls.
Greatest nigga of all time.
It seems like the neck could be the chest. Apparently, it was fired by someone in law enforcement. People in the hallway scream. The camera closes in on the woman's face. She looks stunned. Yep. She is staring straight ahead, unblinking. In her eyes, you can see that she knows she's about to die, which in the end she did. The woman died a couple of hours ago at a local hospital. So what can we learn from this?
And what can we learn from this? Here's what we learned. That woman died doing what she loved. She was an Army veteran. Was she Army or Navy? She was a military veteran. Her name was Ashli Babbitt. And here's my point with this. It was a bad shoot. People are saying, she shouldn't have never broke up in there. She was busting down the motherfucker. It was a bad shoot. Here's why. Because I ain't just going to say it, Air Force. Thank you, Mr. Controversial. Here's the reason why it was a bad shoot. It's a bad shoot because the shooter did not follow the force continuum. Y'all have heard me talk about this before. There's a thing called the force continuum. No, there's not a TV show or a science fiction show about people in a spaceship somewhere going off into. No. Basically what that is it gives you, based on the totality of circumstances, it dictates to you as to how you apply force and what level of force to apply. So it's a succession. It goes along here. Based on the totality of the circumstances, what's happening in that moment will indicate as to what level of force you should apply. So when you're talking about somebody who comes at you and hits you in the jaw, that's physical assault, right? They hit you and they run off. You can't shoot them in the back. Now, here's the thing about the force continuum. It's different for law enforcement officers and civilians. Because law enforcement officers are tactically trained. They are trained in hand-to-hand combat, physical combat. They are trained. They are literally certified law enforcement officers that have been trained and have passed this particular test as far as strength, as far as power, as far as tactical training, as far as being able to fight, being able to handle themselves, place people under arrest. All of this stuff is taken to the totality of the circumstance as far as what you can do. I'm thinking about if I can show this video or not. Because it's a smaller channel, I think I might take a chance. But if I do it, I'm going to have to show it at the end. Because if it is a problem, then I can just delete it out. So I'm thinking about it though, Jason. But I got it. But here's the thing. This woman was breaking through a doorway, whatever the fuck it was, at the Capitol. Now, some people are saying, well, I was talking to my brother Easy about this earlier. Well, you don't know what commands that they could have been given. They don't know what orders they had. That's why they could have shot. Nope. Nobody gives you an order to shoot as a law enforcement officer. Now, in the military, you will get the, what movie was that? Not Clear and Present Danger. Goddamn, Rules of Engagement. When Sam Jackson said he's pinned up against that wall, said, waste the motherfuckers. Now, you get that command in the military, you better waste some motherfuckers. You better waste some motherfuckers. If your sergeant, your captain, your lieutenant tells you to waste some motherfuckers, you waste them motherfuckers. However, even in the military, there's a thing to where they say, hey, if you even feel that your captain, if all y'all come together and feel that this person that's in charge is doing the wrong thing, then y'all motherfuckers need to unseat that motherfucker in power. So when you're talking about this guy who shot this person, number one, what was the threat level? Was this person threatening life? Was this person threatening death or grave bodily harm? No. They busting through some shit. They busting through some shit. Now, here's the other part to that. Was he the only person there? Nope. As far as law enforcement officers, there were actually law enforcement officers right behind this lady with AR-15s. This motherfucker got on a suit and a Glock. Why would you feel the need to shoot this person who is literally, I'm talking less than 3 feet away from a motherfucking law enforcement officer with an AR-15? So if this woman had a gun, a knife, a pogo stick, a crowbar, a hammer, or some scissors, or whatever the case may be, that was a law enforcement officer right there. If she was pointing some kind of deadly weapon at this other officer, there was somebody right there. All she was armed with was a goddamn Trump flag, wearing it like a cape. That's all she had. That's it. That's all that motherfucker had. She had shit else. She had a cape on. It was a Trump flag, and she's trying to get through. Now, here's my thing. Does she have the right to come through and tear up government property? Hell no. Fuck that. Y'all know how I feel about that rioting shit. Y'all know how I feel about protesting. Fuck that. She shouldn't even been there. They shouldn't have been doing what they was doing. Them 200 motherfuckers, 300 motherfuckers, whatever you want to call it, ruined it for the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands motherfuckers that came to the protest. You say one bad apple ruins a bunch. Well, how about 300? Rotten to the core. That stupid shit they did meant nothing. Y'all didn't march on the Capitol and take a knee like the motherfuckers did for George Floyd. Y'all walked through there to tell some shit just to get on the microphone and say, yeah, Donald Trump is the president. Motherfucker, nobody give a fuck about that. Fuck you talking about? And yes, it was some Antifa people mixed in there, but that was beside the point. Let them Antifa motherfuckers go and do what the fuck Antifa do. Antifa just want to have it, they want to see the whole shit burn down. They ain't on neither one of the sides. I'll send it to you, Jason. I can send it to you right now. But that's the thing. She was posing no deadly harm to anyone. She was literally trying to break through a door. This motherfucking police officer is not at the door she breaking through. He's at another motherfucking barricade. There were literally 2 barricades right there, with law enforcement officers behind her, because they were just letting these motherfuckers go through. Sometimes, like motherfuckers been doing for the past motherfucking 10 months, you just let niggas tear it up. Why couldn't you do the same thing here? Y'all let them niggas tear it up in Chicago. Y'all let them niggas tear it up in Seattle. Y'all let them niggas tear it up in Atlanta. Y'all let them niggas tear it up in New York. Y'all let them niggas tear it up everywhere they wanted to. Except they ain't tear it up in Texas. Motherfuckers want for that shit here. They're like, look, you niggas gonna behave. We paid. Shout out to my daddy. But that's what they did. So it's like, dude, they wasn't on that shit. Why not just let them motherfuckers have it? Hey, look, y'all got it. Go ahead, player. It's on you. Your world. Your world, player. I ain't gonna get in the way. Go ahead. Go ahead then. Who else said that? Them niggas wouldn't do it. And that dude was the only motherfucker who fired a single shot. To do what? You gonna stop this bitch from breaking through a fucking door that essentially this bitch paid for with her taxes. This bitch was, just trying to get in. And you gonna kill her? Come on, man. You could have hopped over that barricade, and as soon as she broke through there, threw her ass to the ground and arrested her. You could have been like, hey, Jonesy, the guy behind her with the AR-15, lock that bitch up. She trying to break through. You could have said, hey, somebody foot sweep and lay her ass down. You could have did that. But what did you do? You said, no, I'm going to waste the motherfucker. And here's where the bullshit really kicks in at. You motherfuckers ain't shit, and this is why I'm so done with niggas. I got you, bro. This is why I'm so done with niggas. Because you niggas that be the same motherfucker to put Breonna Taylor on your helmets, the same motherfuckers that wear Breonna Taylor t-shirts, the same motherfuckers that say Breonna Taylor was innocent, she was just doing her, living her life like it was golden until they came up in there. You same motherfuckers that did that, ain't not one of you motherfuckers said shit about this woman who was a fucking veteran that served this country with her life on the line, and not one of you motherfuckers said shit about her. Y'all just watched it and said, ooh, she dead, bro, and kept going. But all you other niggas got Breonna Taylor on your motherfucking social media. You done changed your picture to Breonna Taylor. You niggas done renamed the motherfucking city down in Kentucky. Y'all done renamed Kentucky to Breonna Taylorville. All y'all done did that shit. Motherfucker who wasn't a paramedic was the bank for a dope boy who had drug dealers coming in and out of her house on the regular. Oh, we gonna roll with that. We cool. She still though. But it don't matter. She was sleeping in her room, minding her business, praying to the Lord, and just came home from Bible study because she was a paramedic, had a rough day, and then the police came up in there and shot her dead, bro. That shit wrong as hell. We're going to put it on the basketball forecourt. We're going to put it on our football helmets. We're going to put her name on our jerseys and all that. This woman was fucking protesting. And if you want to say she was rioting, yeah, she was rioting. So what? She wasn't stealing shit. She was just tearing some shit up. But ain't that what niggas do when niggas don't like what's happening? That's what we've been doing. So why is it different now? Because she white? I guess if that's the case, you don't give a fuck because she a white bitch. Oh, this white bitch, she did fuck she did. She got what she got. Then I guess you the racist now. I guess that's it. I guess we done switch, we done reverse the roles. As Potts would say, we done reverse that shit. Bang, 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 bang.
It's not enough to call it a tragedy. Imagine for a second getting the call and learning that was your daughter. The last time you spoke to her, she was heading to Washington for a political rally. Now she's dead. You'll never talk to her again. Seriously, imagine that. If you have children, it will put you in the right frame of mind. That's what we're watching. And we may be watching a lot more of it in the coming days. Political violence begets political violence. That is.
And that's my thing. And I'm going to tell you, she died doing what she loved. She did. I'm just saying, she died doing what she loved. But at the end of the day, if y'all gonna call Breonna Taylor shoot bad, if y'all gonna call motherfucking Ahmaud Arbery shooting bad, if y'all gonna call motherfucking what's the other one? The other dude, Rashad Brooks, is that his name? Y'all call his shooting bad? You got to, without a shadow of a doubt, hands down, just this is the worst atrocity of 2021. I'm telling you right now, and y'all know me. Y'all know my history, and y'all know how I call this shit. I call it fair. There was no reason for that officer to shoot that lady. And I ain't sticking up for her because she white. Like I said, she was stupid, and she died doing what she loved. That dude did not, that woman posed no threat to nobody, and he wasted her. Shot her in the fucking neck. His intent was to kill her, period. And you can't tell me that he thought she was going to die. He thought that somebody else was going to die. He had already hit somebody. She tased somebody. She had been known to kill people. She had been known to fight the police. He can't say none of that. That woman had no weapon and was not attacking a body anywhere. And you shot her dead. Now, here's my point to this. Let me give you some more motherfucking facts and some more motherfucking logic. What happened when them niggas in Seattle took over motherfucking Seattle? What happened when they came and took over the goddamn police station? Did anybody get killed? Did the police shoot or stab or bite or beat anybody when they came and tore up that police station? They fucking destroyed it. That's protesting. When they established an entire autonomous zone, kicked law enforcement and political motherfuckers out of the goddamn area for 30 days. The only motherfuckers that died was the motherfuckers that the people in Chaz killed. You see what I'm saying? So you tell me how this motherfucking shooting was justified. And they did what was right. She was a domestic terrorist. How many motherfuckers got shot when Black Lives Matter was walking through neighborhoods talking about y'all need to move because this used to be a black-owned neighborhood. Y'all need to go. Ain't it funny how when a motherfucking when the Black Lives Matter people come out and they get shot, them niggas can do no wrong? And then when somebody else, because they are on the Republican side or conservative or whatever you want to call it, when they do something, they're automatic terrorists now? Everybody else was protesters. Everybody else was innocent, exercising their constitutional right. These motherfuckers doing the same shit, and they were even at a less capacity than what these other motherfuckers been doing in all these cities. They didn't burn shit. They didn't steal shit. They came and tore up some shit. But that's what y'all been allowing. Them niggas was down in Chicago fucking up Gucci. They robbed Gucci to nothing. They robbed motherfucking Nike to nothing. They burned down the fucking Wendy's. They fucking destroyed a Target to where they didn't even reopen the motherfucker. Who the fuck tears up a Target? Niggas do. And what was it? They're just peacefully protesting. Yes, there were a few bad people, but they were just protesting. They're exercising their rights as Americans. We should let them do what they need to do. So y'all can tell the police to stand down in Chicago. Y'all can tell the police to stand down in motherfucking Seattle. Y'all can tell the police to stand down in Minnesota. Y'all can tell the police to stand down in motherfucking New York. But y'all can't tell the police to stand down in D.C.? What the fuck?
Always true. It is an iron law. It never changes. And we have to be against that, no matter who commits the violence or under what pretext. No matter how many self-interested demagogues assure us the violence is justified or necessary, as they have been assuring us, lying to us for the past 6 months.
Exactly.
We have a duty to oppose all of this, not simply because political violence kills other people's children, which it does, but because in the end, it doesn't work. No good person will live a happier life because that girl was killed in the hallway of the Capitol today.
That's not
so
true.
Our only option as a practical
Oh yeah, I see
is to
that
fix
politician,
what is
right?
causing this in the first place. We don't have a choice. You may have nothing in common with the people on the other side of the country.
Exactly.
Increasingly, you probably don't, but you're stuck with them. The idea that groups of Americans will somehow break off into separate, peaceful nations of like-minded citizens, that's a fantasy. That will not happen. There is no such thing as a peaceful separation. There never has been, and there.
And here's my thing with this. And I think that's all I want to pretty much show on this video. My thing with this is this. We ain't all got to agree and get along. But we should all have one thing in common. We should all have in common that we need to, at all costs, keep our republic intact and to make sure that our democracy stays working to where we as the people vote for some shit and that shit happens. And if anybody fuck with that, we consider them an enemy. You cheat, you're a fucking enemy. You lie, you a fucking enemy. You fuck with our republic, you fuck with our democracy in any way, putting your thumb on the scale or just outright changing the answers, you should be a fucking enemy. It should be treason. Because all you motherfuckers that's cool with this motherfucking fix that's in, the problem is this. And we gotta fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it. The problem is this. Right now, you're winning. What's gonna happen the next time the opportunity to cheat comes up? Who's gonna lose that time? Is it gonna be the haves or the have-nots? Is it gonna be the blacks or the whites? Is it gonna be the Latinos or the Asians? Who knows? It's now become a thing of not saying, I'm gonna cheat. It's who's gonna win at cheating. Because the gloves are off now. And if I want my side to win, I now know what I need to do. Because ain't nobody gonna oppose the fuckery once it begins. And that's the problem. That's the danger. Yeah, we can chalk this one up right now. 4 years is gonna come and go just like they come and go with all the other ones. But what's gonna happen the next time? That's the question. That's what keeps me up at night. And just to show you some facts to all you motherfuckers that want to compare what's been happening over the COVID lockdowns and what happened yesterday, let's take a look at this.
So we've watched for 6 months as our leaders, big business in particular, has literally bailed violent criminals out of jail to go commit more crimes, defended anarchists. But now those very same people want you to know what we've been saying all along: rioting is bad. Some people are still exempt, though. We'll tell you who gets a free pass next.
So, like, yeah, and to your point, Jason, you are correct. if that dude, I don't know if he was Secret Service or not.
Our leaders, big business.
I don't know if he's Secret Service or not, but y'all do know that Secret Service can't be detained. They literally got 007 status. They can just shoot a motherfucker in broad daylight and can keep going about their life. You cannot detain a Secret Service agent. So I don't know if that was Secret Service or actually who that was, but y'all do know that, right? You can't detain a motherfucking Secret Service agent. And like Jason, he was, okay. Yeah. So it's like, ain't that funny? SS. Right. So yeah, in case the motherfuckers didn't know that, that's what the law is. That's the rule. And like Jason said, he'll be moved around. Don't you do that no more. Agent Jones. Agent Anderson. Mr. Anderson. He gonna be moved around. Hey, you gonna go over to Montana and be Secret Service there. You'll be the liaison in Montana. We're gonna send you to North Dakota. We're gonna send you to South Dakota. We'll send you somewhere. They'll never know your name. You have a complete autonomy. You have diplomatic immunity. Yes, they are special people. Yep. So all they doing now, he's the talk around the water cooler, but ain't shit gonna happen to him. And all of those motherfuckers, did y'all see how them motherfucking politicians was cowering behind the seats and scared than a motherfucker? That's what happens when the shit hits the fan. That goes to show you how soft them motherfucking politicians are. They're fucking cowards. The same motherfuckers you slapped around at school, the same motherfuckers you bullied in elementary school or in high school, the same motherfuckers you could just smack and wouldn't do shit, them your politicians. That's why they go along to get along with them motherfucking corporations. In the black community, that's what we call them hoe ass niggas. That's what they are.
In particular, has literally bailed violent criminals out of jail.
Exactly.
To commit more crimes, defended anarchists. But now those very same people want you to know what we've been saying all along: rioting is bad.
Yep.
Some people are still exempt, though. We'll tell you who gets a free pass next.
You hear that? That's exactly what it is. Watch this shit.
Media that's been more consistently and aggressively against
this is the
political
Capitol.
Protests.
See what's happening.
Breaking things and hurting people. We're against them, no matter who conducts them,
Sedition.
no matter what the pretext is, no matter what the justification. We said that last night, not to score points with anyone because we mean it. What's interesting is how everyone else's standards have changed.
See that?
Very quickly. Our media class wants you to know that what happened yesterday at the Capitol was domestic terror.
Look at that motherfucker. He swung on that motherfucker. Did y'all see? And just think back. Think back over the past motherfucking what? Since like May or June, whatever, when all that George Floyd shit kicked off. Did y'all ever see a police officer swinging on motherfuckers in the crowd that was rioting? Or did y'all see them standing at attention, standing still, getting pissed, bottles of piss, bleach, water, spit on, pop, soda, and whatever the fuck anybody could find, slushies, ices, slushies, squishies from the Quickie Mart thrown at them, and they took it. But here, you got tear gas, because niggas was lying. They ain't even bring out no tear gas, Joe. They did that for the niggas, though. They got tear gas out here. They had motherfucking mace. They had pepper spray. They had all that shit. It was just so many motherfuckers out there, and there's like 500,000 motherfuckers out there that you couldn't see it all.
Insurrection. So we thought we needed to replace cops with social workers.
And there's more motherfuckers out here with cameras than anything. Yeah. That's why I knew that motherfucker, that was a captain, a lieutenant, a sergeant, or somebody. Definitely.
But not on Capitol Hill, because that's where the politicians live. The interesting point, and we can't make this enough, we're going to continue to make it.
Look.
Because it tells you everything.
Now let's look from what we went from the Capitol. Let's look at Minneapolis in June.
The media didn't always think
What
that
the
violent
police?
political protests were a big deal. In fact, last
Look at
year,
this shit
when
burning.
BLM was
Burn
destroying our
Hollywood.
cities, torching places like Kenosha and Minneapolis, riots are positively romantic. They were the
Where they
language
at?
of the unheard.
Civil rights revolutionary Martin Luther King Jr. once said,
I can't tell you how many niggas quoted this. I can't tell you how many niggas quoted this when I was talking about how this rioting and this looting shit was wrong and was fucked up. I can't tell you how many niggas was, man, King said back in 67, bro. Posting this shit on their social media, on their Facebooks, their Twitters, their IGs, all this shit. This right here, this was niggas go-to justify the fuck shit they was doing back in June. Now, this is what they were saying right here.
in the final analysis, a riot is the language of the unheard. And what is it that America has failed to hear? Over 50 years later, what is America still not hearing?
Martin Luther King said riots are the language of the unheard.
See that nigga right there?
King said it best.
See that niggas?
It's the language of.
This is why I say what I say. Niggas love to just lie. Y'all niggas are some lying motherfuckers. And you so fucking disingenuous. It's fucking sickening. Fucking sickening. You do, well, let me see what my brother said. You do know that a police officer died from his injuries suffered in the protest. Oh, yeah, okay. How many police officers died in these motherfucking riots and protests that happened over these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months? I don't know. I didn't see nothing about that, but I'm just saying, if they did, I get it. What about the motherfuckers who just got the 2 police officers who weren't on shit, was sitting in their car, and a nigga just walked up? Was that in California? Motherfucker just walked up and murked both of them. Kept going. Tell that. Yeah, I didn't hear that either, but I mean, like, hey, if it's some evidence, show it to me, send it to me, let me know. But I'm just saying, I know for a fact 2 police officers sitting in their car, letting niggas tear shit up. Ain't doing shit to niggas. Nigga just walk up, bam, bam, bam. What about the man who was the security guard at the pawn shop, who was trying to this motherfucking do his job, and niggas killed him to get in the pawn shop so they could steal a bunch of used shit? And the other niggas that jumped out the car and just kept saying, damn, bro, man, bro, he dead, bro. And the man laying there on the ground breathing, trying to motherfucking stay alive. Niggas didn't know CPR, didn't even try to help. Man, bro, let me get my gun and stand out here, bro. Y'all ain't breaking in here, bro, but we gonna watch this old man die, bro. David Dorn, thank you. That shit was cool. Motherfuckers didn't say shit about that. Except for good old Dr. King. Sometimes you got to hear what the people that's being unheard. That's what the riots mean. That's what that shit mean, bro.
The unheard.
They're not interested in talking about when Dr. King said that a riot is the language of the unheard. And the implication there is if we listen better to communities and actually treat folks the way that they deserve, that we wouldn't be in these situations in the first place.
So how did we go from we need to listen to these communities, and riots are an exact example and a demonstration of the people not being heard? How did we go from that to now these motherfuckers are domestic terrorists? I just don't know. How did we get to that point? How did we go from people not being heard back in June, 6, 7 months ago? How do we go from that to now? Oh, well, you know, these are domestic terrorists, and this was such a sedition against our nation's capital. How dare you come and walk on our nation's capital to protest what you guys are protesting as far as the selection process? How dare you? You need to repent, and thou shalt be saved. All these niggas talking this shit. And this is why I'm so sick of niggas. Because these same niggas that's touting all this bullshit will be the same niggas that's quiet like a motherfucker right now to this day. And motherfuckers, I know quiet as hell on their social media about an innocent person who got killed. The same motherfuckers who want to destroy and tear down systemic racism, the same motherfuckers who want to just stop all of this racism and stop all of this us against them. We're all one people. Them same motherfuckers who just want to be treated equally will see a motherfucker get murdered innocently in cold blood and won't say shit. Won't post a motherfucking thing. Why? For the one purpose and one reason only. They ain't on my team. You bitch ass niggas. I can't stand you motherfuckers. It's cool when it's cool when it ain't your team. That's what we've gotten to. They on their side. Fuck them. Cause if they was black, they wouldn't have shot. They'd have shot that black motherfucker too. So fuck that. But you want people to look at George Floyd like a human and a person. He was an American. He was a martyr. Breonna Taylor, she was a martyr. But fuck this motherfucking Air Force veteran. Fuck her. She got what she deserved. Shit. It's what you get fucking with Trump. That's Trump's fault anyway. Stupid ass niggas. Anything that happens to a Trump supporter, that's bad. They deserved it. Herman Cain dead. See, that's what the fuck he get. Told his ass. Niggas was celebrating that Herman Cain died from COVID or COVID-related symptoms. Yep, see what happened to Herman Cain. That's what he get. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Niggas, I don't know what I'm saying. I told you. I guess you think it's real now. That's what niggas was saying. Ain't shit motherfuckers. Then the minute a nigga say that about their grandmama, the minute they say that about their uncle, or now they want to shoot and fight a motherfucker now. I'm saying, bro, you don't talk about my grandmama like that, bro. My grandmama was everything, bro. Well, she was out at the step and said, nigga, that's how she got COVID. She died doing what she loved. Fuck your granny, nigga. Oh, see, now, nigga, I'm fuck your ass up. Nigga, come say that shit in my face, nigga. Yeah, now, nigga, fucking whole ass nigga. Nigga, you gonna talk that shit in my face, nigga. Come tell me that to my face, nigga. I'll fucking murk your ass, bro. Niggas want to go O-block on your ass then when you talk about the people that they know. But a black motherfucker that just so happens to vote different than you, oh, that motherfucker gets no motherfucking, no. No sympathy, no empathy, no whatsoever. Can't. They ain't on my team.
What's really amazing is that the rest of us sat by,
I ain't even had
and by
no wine.
rest of us, we mean, I don't know, the American business community that now has found its moral voice as of yesterday. Every elected leader in America sat by and let people say crap like that on television, justifying violence.
Exactly.
The murder of a lot of people. As if it was...
Y'all, what about the young black boy that died in the autonomous zone? Niggas didn't even care about that. Nigga just got murked. In the autonomous zone. They had that black man on TV crying for his son in fucking tears. Niggas don't even know his name, do they? Nigga wasn't no criminal, didn't have no record, was just a nigga in the wrong place and got killed by some other niggas in the autonomous zone who was in charge. But ain't nobody gonna say shit about that. Killed a man's son, cold blood. Wasn't no accident. Wasn't no, oh, we ain't mean to. Killed that man's son in cold blood and left his ass there. And y'all ain't say shit. Right, okay, thank you. He was bringing food and supplies. Killed him. Kyle Rittenhouse protecting himself, being chased by a motherfucker, by several motherfuckers with guns and skateboards trying to bust his shit wide open. He defends himself. Yeah, see, that little motherfucker shouldn't even have no motherfucking gun. That little motherfucker shouldn't even been there, Joe. See what I mean? They let his white ass go. Bet you if he was black, though, he'd have been killed, Joe. What kind of fucking people have you become? To where it's all about your side or nothing. And that's why I said what I said earlier. I'm done with you motherfuckers. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking say shit to me, because I ain't got shit else to say to none of y'all. I'm tired of y'all niggas that's on that stupid shit. I am. I'm done. It's over. Because you niggas have no fucking morals, you have no fucking values, you have no fucking righteousness, and you have no character. You are literally the fucking scum of the earth, and I hate you niggas. I'm saying it. All that you ain't supposed to say you're a Christian. No, I hate these motherfuckers. Fuck them. Every last one of them. I have no more tolerance for these niggas. Don't fuck with me, because I ain't fucking with y'all. And I'm telling you right now, don't tread on me. I've had it.
Totally normal. Yeah, it's totally fine. Point made. But the point today is that all of a sudden, this is not the language of the unheard. These are people who are unheard for a good reason. They should just shut up and go to prison or be shot to death. What to make of all of this? Truly. Matt Walsh has thought a lot about this question. He's the host of the Matt Walsh Show. We're always happy to have him on the show. Matt, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Sorry, lost control there for a second. But I put a finer point on this that I'm capable of doing. What are we looking at?
Well, I think this is why I have no patience for the whataboutism charge, because when you bring up this point about how the media, the Democrats, have been explicitly encouraging, promoting, romanticizing violent protests, political violence, riots, it's always, well, that's whataboutism. So what they're basically telling us is, we have to take this event that happened yesterday, look at it, pretend that it happened in a void, and that it is mysteriously disconnected from everything that happened before it. And that's just, of course, completely ridiculous. It happened in the context, in an environment where we're being told that it's okay now to do this. All those clips you just played. So the people that...
And to get zapped, if you got something that you need to send me, click on the description box and you can see my email. You can send it to me there. Otherwise, stop spamming the chat, and I'll get to it when I can.
That did this riot, they heard the same thing. They heard this from the media, and so I think a lot of them said, "Well,
look at that shit they did.
Okay
look at what they did there.
To get our point across. And oh, by the way,
look at what these motherfuckers did.
If we'll get what we want,
you see the police fighting them niggas? Nope.
And all the, the arguments from the left that, well, that was totally different because in this case they're attacking a government building, whereas before they were just burning down private businesses.
No.
First of all, that's not true because they were taking over police stations and burning them to the ground.
Exactly.
Second of all, is it really better to burn down, your neighborhood convenience store? Is that really better than swarming Capitol Hill? I think they're equally as barbaric in my mind.
It's all off.
And I agree. You can go and tear up the motherfucking city that you live in. You can tear up the neighborhood. You can tear up all this shit. But you mean to tell me that if I go to Washington, D.C., or I go to a federal building, that I'm a fucking domestic terrorist, but these motherfuckers not? Y'all can bail these motherfuckers out? Y'all can go and have funds to get them out of jail? Y'all can literally come on TV? Motherfucking AOC said, she said this verbatim. I think everyone should stay home and protest. Nobody should go to work. While this bitch is at work. This bitch is at work on her job, and she talking about, motherfucking Breakfast Club, talking about, should nobody go to work? Should nobody go to work? They should all be at home protesting. That's what she said out of her mouth. And that was back in fucking May or some shit like that. We should all be protesting. No one should be at work. Why you at work? Bitch, what kind of shit is that? And that's what these motherfuckers are doing right here. No, that was different though, bro. They was rioting for George Floyd, Joe. They was rioting for Rayshard Brooks, Joe. They was rioting for Breonna Taylor, bro. Rioting for Breonna Taylor in Chicago? What the fuck does that do? Rioting for George Floyd in California? What the fuck? Why? Why am I fighting for a motherfucker that ain't even from my city? It's because Okay, so why am I stealing shit then? It's for the movement. Okay, so why am I stealing shit though? Why am I setting on fire my own community motherfucking resources? Why am I burning down my community stores and rioting them? Why am I breaking in my a shoe store? How does that help George Floyd or stop police brutality? I just don't know. But now these people show up on Capitol Hill because they want to stop these motherfuckers from actually certifying the electoral votes. They want to be heard by the people who actually have control over that shit. Nope. Domestic terrorists and sedition across the board, and they all should be prosecuted. You know them motherfuckers said they should all be prosecuted, right? They need to lock up and get the names of everybody. And they all need to go to jail. That's what these motherfuckers, that's what the Nancy Pelosi and all them motherfuckers, that's what they have said. We need to get the names of everyone that showed up. And we need to prosecute them and lock them up. And then for the president, we need to get him out. Even though nigga only got 13 days left, we need to get him out. For the senators that went against the shit that they was doing, they need to be disbanded. Kick them out. Expel them all. Anybody who opposes what the fuck we telling, what the fuck we trying to do, we can't agree to disagree. You need to go. We need to destroy you. We need to out you. We want you exiled because you're not doing what we want to do. Exactly. Ain't nobody saying that shit, angry man. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Ain't nobody quoting that.
Awful. But what's so terrifying is they were able to leverage the death, apparently the fentanyl OD of a guy in Minneapolis over Memorial Day into changing America completely. Like, your kid's schools are different. Your kid may not get a job because of that. Like, everything is different because of that. Why will they not leverage what happened yesterday to change American life still more to your disadvantage? And I'm serious.
Well, and they will, and that's part of the point. I think this is something that people on the right need to understand. First of all, we shouldn't be participating in riots because they're destructive and stupid.
Exactly.
Yes,
I agree.
If you want to make all the bad things a lot worse, then a riot is a great way to do it. But only if you're on the right, because the left owns the system. So it doesn't work. We don't have the same rules because we don't own the system the way the left does.
I don't think we can put up with the elimination of the Bill of Rights. That's got to be the line. Matt Walsh, I hope you will come back often. Thank you.
Thank you.
So right now, serious people are.
So it's like this. That's pretty much my thing. And here's what he said is very true. They're the ones that's in charge of all this shit. So it's pretty much what they say is what's going. But my thing is this. You know why they want to prosecute these motherfuckers? You know why they want to lock up these motherfuckers? Let me tell you why. Two references. Do you remember the movie called 300? Anybody who know what 300 is? It's the battle of is it Monopoly? No, I said Monopoly. Annapolis. I think that's what it's called. Annapoly. Or Monopoly. What the fuck is that shit called? Theopoly. That's what it is. Theopolis. I said Monopoly. So when you talk about the movie 300 men, King Leonidas went up against the greatest army in the world. 300 Spartans went up against tens of thousands of men from all across the globe, different fighting styles, all of this. And what they did was they held and stood their ground. And at the end was the biggest thing possible. Everybody thought that Xerxes was a god. And it took the death of 300 men to prove that he wasn't. King Leonidas, at the right moment, with the right moves, through a spear that cut the living God. Am I not kind? And what that did, it showed everyone in the world, including his own army, that he is not a God. See, what happened yesterday is that those people that did riot, they proved one thing, and it scared those congressmen and those senators. It proved that they can be touched. That was all of them motherfuckers together in Capitol Hill doing whatever fuckery that they do, and somebody got to at least put a scratch on it to show them we can get in this motherfucker and get to y'all. And the problem with that is that y'all did it the wrong way. And what I'm telling you is this. If you're going to go up against a God, if you're going to prove that a God is nothing, is just a man, you better have 300 motherfuckers and all y'all better die doing it. And all it took was one to die. You were outnumbered. You were fighting against the odds, but you fought nonetheless. But that wasn't your mission. Y'all didn't go there to do that. You let one thing become another, and you let shit get out of control, and you were unorganized, and that's what happened. You got a bunch of motherfuckers who got maced, a bunch of motherfuckers who got pepper sprayed, and one person unfortunately lost their life, and 3 other people died from other complications, I guess. That's what they said. I don't know if they got, asthma attacks or whatever the fuck happened to them. They ain't said nothing yet. I haven't heard it anyway. But my point is this. If you're going to be King Leonidas and you got your 300, you go up against the army. You damn sure better know what the fuck you doing and why you doing it and how you going to do it. Because King Leonidas had a plan. The area that they picked, the place that they fought at, they fought there for a reason. They drew a line in the sand in that area for a reason. Because that was the one area that they needed to get through, the Persian army needed to get through, but couldn't. Because the narrow pathway that they had, it nullified their numbers. The whole thing about my arrows will blot out the sun. They was like, that's fine, we'll fight in the shade. See, they had the right mentality. They knew that they was all coming home on their shield. And they were fine with that. And that's my thing. You can't go up against this shit like Jason was asking earlier. How do you do this? How do you get, yes, please stop spamming the chat. If he do it again, block his ass. Because I told him to email me. You have to email me, sir. Look in the description box, or somebody please post my email address. And you can send me what you want to send me via email. The chat is not what that's for. In case you ain't seen my show before, I don't just stop and uproot my show for what I'm doing to watch something that I haven't seen. Send me an email and I might take a look at it before the show ends. And if I deem it worthy, I'll put it up and talk about it. Other than that, you don't get to just hijack my show and say, oh, look at this. I want you to see this and talk about this. No. I don't care about they just caught the one Black Lives Matter leader tonight. They detained them but didn't arrest them. What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? So send me the email and we'll take a look. Very simple. But they knew what they were going to do and why they were doing it. We didn't go there. You guys didn't go there. Trump supporters didn't go there to unseat the government. You went there to just protest what was going on with a particular thing that was happening at the moment. And that's okay. And it should have been within your right. All of the rioting and the violence and the storm in the castle and all that shit, it was stupid. Because it wasn't organized and it wasn't planned. What's the point? We want to let them know that Trump won. Motherfucker, everybody know it. That's not the point. Just because you say something happened don't make it so. Obviously. Be smart in what you're going to do. Have some type of substance to say, hey, this is what it is. This is why we did it. This is what's happening with it. I get it. We're here to do this. We want to let it be known that we spoke out today in this moment. There were several other Trump rallies that happened over the past few months, and they were all fine, no problem. Which is why, in Trump's defense, which is why I believe he said, hey, let's go to the Capitol, goddammit. This is the day. If anything's going to happen, today is the day to do it. That's why he did what he did. He wasn't trying to get all this foolishness started because it's to no end. He knows that. He wasn't trying to do that shit on purpose. And anybody that says he was, then you just being an asshole. Motherfucker wasn't trying to say, yeah, we can go storm the Capitol and take it over. Yeah, that'll have everybody concede to what I want. That'll have everybody do what it is I want because it's happened so many times before. Everybody gets together, march on the Capitol, and then they'll listen. They'll change their ways. That's never happened. He's smart enough to know that that wasn't what he wanted to do. He wanted to make, I can post my email. He wanted to make sure that, hey, I want to actually make a statement to show these motherfuckers what it is and what we're here for and why. So nobody can say, no one ever told us. We didn't know. Because that's the game that you play. That's just what it is. That's the game you play. So that's why they didn't do that. That's why nobody's ever done it. They since 18-something, back when shit was uncivilized. So it was like that wasn't his intention, was to say, I want everybody to take over the Capitol. Then we're going to get this thing right. Ain't nobody going to do that. It is what it is. The other movie reference is The Untouchables. Remember when Frank Nitti finally got one of them motherfuckers? What did he write? Touchable. Frank Nitti and his Untouchables. Frank Nitti said, I'm going to make them touchable. Y'all ain't untouchable. That's what it is. I'm going to play the rest of this and then we're going to get on up out of here.
So we've watched for 6 months as our leaders, big business in particular, has literally bailed violent crime. But the point is there are two standards. One that applies to may have blue jeans, made it explicit. Trump supporters are bad because they eat at lowbrow restaurants.
Look at them. They're high-fiving each other for this deplorable display of completely unpatriotic, completely against law and order, completely unconstitutional behavior. It's stunning, and they're going to go back, you know, to the Olive Garden and to the Holiday Inn that they're staying at in the Garden Marriott, and they're going to have some drinks, and they're going to talk about the great day that they had in Washington, and they really did something and stand up for something, and they stood up for nothing other than mayhem.
It's just class war by another name, and never has it been more clear than in that clip. By the way, how much do you appreciate the lecture on patriotism and law and order from CNN? Did you appreciate that? Hope so. But the point is there are two standards, one that applies to you and the other that applies to the pasty, pink-haired Antifa rioters. They can do whatever they want. They, of course, will go back to Sag Harbor at the end of the day and stay with their parents. It's totally fine. But Trump supporters, they're insurrectionists. They should be hunted down. Today, CNN unveiled a Soviet-style enemies list to make it a little easier to find all those Trump supporters and then destroy them.
And next, we will roll the tape on all of the president's enablers who have all helped to fuel the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol.
The insurrection.
Man, that is a Jeff Zucker order if there ever was one. We don't have the tape of the morning call this morning, unfortunately. We'd bet you money that somewhere along the chain of command at CNN, Jeff Zucker said, oh, is it?
All right, I got you. Hold on for a second, Jason.
Again, they understand how to use language, and they use language, not simply to describe what happened, or not even primarily, but use it for political ends. The insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. It wasn't insurrection. It was a political protest that got completely out of control, as we said before, because the president recklessly encouraged it, and that's wrong. But it was not an insurrection. Stop with the lying. In 2018, rioters occupied Senate office buildings during the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearings. Was that an insurrection? No, it was wrong. We were against it at the time. We were against it yesterday.
Exactly.
It wasn't an insurrection. Here's the scene outside the Supreme Court that day.
And that
Steve
in
Krakauer
itself
is the editor of the Fourth Watch podcast. We're happy.
That in itself is all of their right to do just that. Protesting, telling these motherfuckers we want y'all to shut this shit down because we don't want y'all to do what y'all doing. They have every right to do that as an American, goddammit. In America, that's what they have the right to do. Absolutely. Absolutely, tootly, goddammit. But it's like for everybody else to say, oh, no, you can't do that. That's just terrorism. How, Sway? How is it terrorism to do just that? It's insane. The fact that y'all think that y'all can just say, yeah, no, you can't do that. Because that's the capital. Motherfucker, that's what we paid for. That's what this shit is all about. That's what democracy and a republic is all about. For us to be heard, and when we're not being heard, to be able to protest so that we can be heard. So all that Martin Luther King shit was out the door then, huh? When it comes time to us talking to y'all. But when y'all motherfuckers got something to say, and y'all want to do something, then it's, hey, everyone go in and put on your mask because that's what we say. We got to flatten the curve. Hey, man, I want to talk to y'all about this shit y'all doing. We don't have time for that. Okay, well, I'm going to show up then. You domestic terrorist, you. We should put you in jail. Matter of fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to lock your asses up. Well, goddamn. All I wanted to do was voice my opinion. I can't do that? No, goddamn it. How dare you try to have an opinion? You can't do that. How dare you? Hold on one second. All right, I got my man Jason Gunn on here. He wanted to talk, and of course, I'm gonna let my boy say something. Go ahead, talk to us, man.
Hey, Brian, love you, brother. I like little man. I'm gonna have to build him a SBR, because he's a short dude. I'm gonna build him. I'm gonna get him an SBR. I'm gonna get him a blackout, a 300 blackout SBR. It's gonna be waiting for him. All right. So you can get him out there. You can get him out there about 5 years old. We're gonna be rolling. But
I'm with that.
A lot of people are not going to like what I'm going to say, and unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm just going to tell you what type of training these guys have.
Yeah,
the only person in that building that is protected by the Secret Service is the vice president. That's it. So what you have to understand, that guy that shot that girl was a Secret Service agent. He was protecting the vice president. His orders are to shoot, period. He's not going to be punished till he moved. Unfortunately, it was a female. When you go through Secret Service training, they don't care about a gender. They care about a threat to the protectee.
Right.
I understand that there were officers behind her. I totally get it. I went back, I looked at the video 5 or 6 times while we sitting here. I was disgusted. It was bothering me, but I have to come to grips. That was his job. Unfortunately, she died. And I'm not going to say she shouldn't have been there. I'm not even going to get into that part. All I'm saying is the only person in that entire building that day, which was just the other day, I work nights. I was in DC when the shit happened, but the only person in that entire building, please understand this, the only person is the vice president. He must be protected by all cost. Doesn't matter if a 6-year-old boy came in there with a gun, he's dead. Doesn't matter who it was. Doesn't matter. That first person coming through that last barrier, that last line of defense, the first person that comes through dies. They get shot. That's what they're trained to do. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I'm disgusted. I said it was a bad shoot, but then I had to go back to my basic training. I went through the same training that these Secret Service guys went through. Brian, you know who I am.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know who I am.
Right, absolutely.
But I've been.
My thing to that is, I'm not even negating that. I totally will agree to that. But like you said, it was a bad shoot. It just wasn't. It's like, even when you the fact that you get to do what you want to do, like Secret Servicemen do, that is the, as far as the legal side of it, clean as hell.
Yes.
It was a bad shoot. Yeah, and that's why I said she died doing what she loved, because she, being military trained, being in the Air Force, she knew what the fuck that meant. And she was pushing the envelope. She was playing motherfucking press your luck. Boop, 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 boop. And she got the whammy. Absolutely. I agree with that all day. Yeah. But as from a law enforcement officer perspective, hey, to make that shit, if that was me being Secret Service and I'm standing there, I would have been like, this bitch got to come to this door right here. Because there was another, you can see where he's at that other little doorway, because he's shooting through that.
Yeah, but Brian,
at the other barricade.
Okay, what I'm trying to explain to you is where they made that barricade. That is the line of defense. Nobody crosses that line. There is another barricade behind it. This is a part of the training. There are two lines of barricade at the important person's location. If you cross that first line, you die.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. And
I understand that there was two.
And what did she? Wait, you saw it. What did she get over that line?
She probably didn't get nothing, but it was the attempt, exactly. And that's why she got shot.
Exactly. I decided not to show it because I wanted to fuck up the stream. And this
don't do it.
I got up right now, so
don't show it, Brian. No, don't show it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna show it. So if you get to see the video, you will see that she didn't bust through the motherfucker. She didn't.
No, she did not
at all. The barricade was still intact. That motherfucker would, and more than likely, even with the police being behind her, she wouldn't have got through it. But like I said, he was able to shoot that motherfucker because he's Secret Service, he SS. But
he got the right. He had the right to do it.
That's exactly what he did. He got his gun off. That's why, because if it was really like a threat coming at him, he'd have double tapped that motherfucker. He'd have put her down. Really, he literally had to fully extend, and then he let one go, like to look and see what he was gonna do. Yeah,
I'm not even gonna argue with you on that. The first shot for a Secret Serviceman, from what I was told, is a headshot. They're not shooting you in the body. They're gonna shoot you to stop you. And I again,
he could have shot in the body if he wanted to. Yeah,
he could have shot in the body because it's the bigger target. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm saying he couldn't. But because of the barricade that's up there, if you look at it again, because of the barricade, her center mass wasn't even visible from his point of view. He couldn't have hit her center mass if he wanted to. All he had was this here.
But Brian,
he got her in the motherfucking neck. Yeah.
But Brian, the rounds that they carry will go through whatever was in front of her. Trust me. Them rounds that the Secret Service carry, they will go through you. I'm surprised nobody else was injured with that bullet that came. That bullet did not stay in her, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
That bullet ricocheted all around that room.
Yeah, I don't know what he had in him, what type of ammo he was carrying.
They go through the shit that they carry, go through metal, brother. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you like that. You can do your research. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I hear you.
They carry stopping power, bro.
Yeah.
They don't carry no bullshit. Yeah. Excuse my language. I'm trying to be
right. I feel
sincere about it, but they don't carry no bullshit. Yeah, and you can guarantee that there was about 4 or 5 Tech 9s right behind that.
Oh, that
were fully loaded and ready to go. And they had SBRs as well.
And that's my point. I know that them motherfuckers carry them motherfucking them P90s, whatever the fuck they got under their shit. So they had the artillery wasn't the issue. Wasn't the issue
No.
at all. It's the fact that they were in, and Burt Pitts was in there. The thing is that what they were, the area that they were in, they could have had 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 motherfuckers with guns come through there and they wouldn't have made it. They wouldn't have made it.
They wouldn't have made it through.
They wouldn't have made it. So, and that was my thing. It was like, and that's why I said that the shoot was some bullshit, because you fired one shot. I'm not shooting shit once that I feel is a threat. I'm just not doing it. In that situation, if I think they coming through, I'm dropping the whole area. I'm dropping the whole, because they were like, if you look, y'all gotta watch it. Y'all go see this video, because they're literally in a fatal funnel. I'm dropping that whole little area.
I'm gonna tell you what happened, Brian, and this is just from the training. This is just from training. Remember, I've been a police officer over 25 years. This is from the training of FLETC, bro. FLETC, Federal Law Enforcement Center down in Glencoe, Georgia. I'm telling you this. He shot one time and reassessed the danger. He shot one time and reassessed. When he shot that one time, he was still looking out there to see what else was coming through. Because you notice he pulled his gun back. The gun was pulled back. He reassessing. Ain't nobody else come through that hole. That's why he shot once. That's why he shot once.
Look, we're on the same page as far as
I know what you would do. I know what I would do.
As that, it's literally, and that's why I want y'all to see. It's
these guys are professionals, bro.
There was no way that woman could not have gotten her body through where he shot her.
Bro, Brian, I'm telling you, bro, I understand. I'm with you, bro. Yeah. I'm not even going to argue that point, bro. She probably couldn't have got through with a chainsaw. I'm with you.
Right,
but
exactly. Exactly.
But the point is okay, let's put it like this. What she touched was the last line of defense. Yep. She touched it. She got up on it. She was coming through.
She touched it.
She touched it.
She touched it. Literally.
The last line of defense. Don't let
she touched it. Yes.
Don't let nobody.
It's like the line. It's like the line to the end zone on the football field. She broke the plane. She didn't cross over. She didn't cross over the line into the end zone. She literally broke the plane. If you see it,
she broke it.
She broke the plane.
She broke it,
and that's why he got it in. It was as if that's what he.
I'm sorry.
Doing. Yeah,
I hate, bro. I hate to say it, but I'm telling you, these guys are trained, highly trained. These guys ain't no joke. They go through training a lot. They do. There's a place right down the street from my house that I pass by every morning. Dude, they are shooting out there just about 6 times a month, all year round. Secret Service agents have to go to the range multiple times a year. I only have to go twice a year.
Right.
They go more than me.
I did too. Yep.
Local law enforcement and basic federal agency officers go every 6 months, and sometimes that 6 month it falls into the same year. Yeah. Secret Service agents probably go to the range every 3 months, bro. And they have real training courses. You can Google and look at the training courses that they go through. I mean, these are serious courses. They have things out there that you have to react to. Bro, if you don't react to these things in a certain amount of time, they will get you off the team. You can't work on a presidential or vice presidential team.
You're gonna have the best. That's that's exactly what my point is. You your president, your vice president, your first family, all your high value targets are gonna have your best guys on.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely. And your
Your best guys are
just that. It's just like the Navy SEALs. The SEALs
Yeah.
are the best of the best. Like,
yes,
you want to motherfucking go get this motherfucker? You gonna
they
send
send the
your
SEAls.
best. I'm sending my SEAL team. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get, the local guys. I'm not.
They don't send the Rangers.
I'm not
They don't
sending
send
them.
Special Forces.
Right. I'm getting
They don't send all these
my
other
SEAL
guys.
team in
They
this
send in the
motherfucker
SEAL
to
team
go get him. Go get him
because
I know he's gonna get got. That's it.
they gonna get the job done.
Exactly.
These Secret Service agents, the ones that I have personally met, the ones that I know, bro, I'm telling you. When I went, let me tell you a quick story before we go. When I went to school, we had a class, and there was a Secret Service agent there. It was an older black guy. He probably was about 350 and about 6'8". He was a presidential Secret Service agent.
Mm-hmm.
We go into a scene. Everything's set up for us down at the enforcement center. We go into a scene. We finish everything, and you know why he's upset, Brian?
Why?
Because we still have rounds left.
Right. Yeah.
So our shirt motto said, "Shoot them till you're empty and reload."
Right.
He was upset because we didn't empty out. We hit the bad guy. He said, "No, you keep shooting. You keep shooting till you're empty, and then you reload."
Right.
And I'm looking at this guy like, dog, isn't that like an overkill?
Yeah.
He said, "You shoot until the threat is no more.
Right.
And if they jumping on the ground, it might be a threat.
Right.
Keep shooting." So Secret Service agents don't play like that.
Yeah.
Don't go and play with a Secret Service agent. The only reason that guy was in that suit because he was a Secret Service agent and he was protecting Pence. I didn't know. This is the first time I saw the video.
Right.
And then I had to go back to my basic and say, wait a minute, I was wrong with what I said. I was wrong. It wasn't a bad shoot. That's what he's trained for. And unfortunately, he will not get in any trouble. They will transfer him around the continental United States. I guarantee you his family and him were moved this morning before 9 o'clock. They were all moved, gone. You'll never see this guy again. You'll never hear from him again. You won't even get the guy's name unless somebody leaks it out. And his name will be changed. Everything will be changed. You guys watch these movies and think these movies are a joke. They get this information from somewhere.
Yeah. And
like the one with Will Smith in it. What was that movie called? When they was watching him with the satellites?
Oh, God damn it. I know what you're talking about with Gene Hackman.
That shit's real.
Yeah. I forgot the name of
Remember the dude Snowden? Remember Snowden?
Yeah.
Remember what Snowden told us?
Yeah. And that's all true. I mean, and like I said, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's like I said, my thing was just like, and even my brother said, he said he was trying to, maybe he sacrificed that one to warn the rest of the mob, like, hey, y'all motherfuckers done went too far.
Yeah, we ain't playing with you.
True as shit. I believe that. I believe that.
And
100% believe that. Like, and it's just a thing.
I just don't want to upset anybody in the chat. Y'all have to understand, these guys are trained to give their life for their protectee. And if you don't understand what training is to give your life for a protectee, you'll never understand. That's like giving your life for your baby that's just been born and somebody storms a hospital.
That's the same thing as just as far as like it's just like your house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same way. I'm not fucking around. That's just like, and I think it was my man Kango put in there earlier talking about that bitch here in Texas that was trying to make a law to where if somebody break in your house, you gotta let them steal what they gonna steal
and walk away.
They actually come at you. I did a video about that. Unless they actually come to get you, then you can like protect yourself. And I'm like, hell no. You motherfuckers break that plane and come into my house, I'm going to drop you. Because I'm not
Right.
trying to figure out what you gonna do and what your intentions are. That's not my job. My job
Well,
is to
Brian,
protect me and my family.
that's the law here in the state of Maryland. I cannot go after the thief unless they come after me. There's no stand your ground law here in Maryland.
Yeah, man.
And you know what I got in my house.
Yeah, man.
But see, I'm a justify mine.
Yeah.
I got a good lawyer. I got a good lawyer on standby. I pay for that.
Better.
I got a lawyer on retainer.
Can't let nobody tell your story. Be the only
That's
one
right.
telling the story.
Because I'm not talking to nobody.
Right.
I'm not talking to the police when they show up at the house. I'm gonna set my whatever gun I use. I'm gonna sit it outside on the porch, unload it, open the chamber up, and I'm gonna sit out there and wait for him. I'm gonna call my boy in Jersey, tell him to come on down.
There it is.
Because we fitting to get rich.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing to nobody. You can put me in handcuffs, put me in a cell. I'm gonna sit there quietly.
Right.
I'm not like I ain't gonna be like everybody else,
right.
and have court in front of my yard.
Nope.
Keep my mouth shut. Nope. But I just wanted to jump up on here and just say that. And again, I understand. You know, there was a woman. She lost her life. She was fighting for what she believed in. I'm not going to take nothing from her, but she died doing what she liked.
Yes, she did.
That sounds a little sarcastic, but she was fighting. She was fighting for what she wanted, and she paid the ultimate cost.
And to her credit,
right?
She knew what she was doing.
I believe she knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. She knew.
I believe that.
Doing. She was literally Tony Montana, push it to the limit, and she hit it. That's exactly what it was. And that was my thing about just this whole thing. It's like, if you're gonna do something, know what you're doing,
yes, sir,
why you're doing it, and have a plan as opposed to just doing something because that's what you feel. She was in her feelings and she got overzealous, and it was the wrong time to put your life on the line. It really was.
Yeah,
it really
because
was. That's just what it came down to.
And I just want to say this again. The only person in that entire building, from the top to the bottom floor, that is protected by Secret Service in that building are the president and the vice president. Yep. That's it. Senators don't have protection from nobody other than the Capitol Police while they are on the grounds of the Capitol. They don't get personal protection.
Yeah.
They do not get personal protection once they leave the Capitol grounds. They have to hire their own protection detail in order to be protected 24 hours, 7 days a week. They don't have protection. People running for the president of the United States that are not elected yet get protection when they are elected from that party. So when Trump was elected from the Republican Party, he commenced to having Secret Service protection for him and his family. He did not have protection prior to that.
Right.
They have a special detail that does these type of protections for certain people taking certain places in office.
Yep.
I can't say, but I'll talk to you on the side. But there are people in the military.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, there are people in the military in certain levels that can get protection. Not all of them can. And these are not even the people that are in the Pentagon that can get that. These are people that are in the field. They can get like a military police battalion, a company from a police battalion to actually protect them.
Yeah.
While they're out in the field, especially in a war zone. But please understand, it was like the 300, exactly like the 300, bro. She went through that rock. She touched that rock.
Yeah.
Once you touch that rock, you know what you're about to get.
Yep.
Well, you can't cross that barrier. But Brian, love you.
Yes, indeed.
Love little man. I'm telling you, I'm building him a SBR. I'm telling you that right now.
Man, Dembe got my back, baby.
he got an SBR.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
But
you,
love
man.
you, brother,
Thank you,
and
man.
thank you so much for letting me on, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Pleasure's all mine, man.
All right, brother. I love you. I'm still here, bro.
All right. Later.
All right.
Yeah. But like I said, I definitely agree with what he was saying as far as the justification of that. He ain't going to jail. He ain't getting no jail time and no shit like that. And like he said, you know, the shooting was wrong, but he was right. He was definitely right. So I guess my thing would be this, and I can end it and wrap it up so we can get out of here. When you look at just the totality of these circumstances, what we're doing and where we're at as a country, like it or not, the country is split. And it's split not in a way of just saying, hey, I don't like what's happening. It's split in a way because people feel like they've been cheated. And that is not a good thing. It never is. It just never is. If you're going to win fair and square. So that when I lose, I can just accept it because I lost. That's it. I lost. You lost. Just like in Harlem Nights. Hey, you know, you'd have won, we'd have paid you, but you lost. You crapped out. You had the dice in your hand, you shook them, you rolled them, you lost. But when you have a country that's in the state that it's in now, we are in unsettling times. We are in a time that is so questionable to where none of us know where this is going to end on both sides. They may have an idea on what they would like to happen or what they foresee will happen, but you never know. I even heard somebody refer to Ashli Babbitt as a Crispus Attucks. And when I heard that, it kind of like gave me a chill. Y'all know who Crispus Attucks was, right? First person to die in the Civil War. Are we there? I don't think so, and I pray that we don't get there. But just the totality of the circumstances and the things that our politicians and corporations have put this country in, trying to do some shit that other countries have done, but no other country has been the way that we are. It's bad for everybody. It just is. These smart corporate motherfuckers that think they got this shit figured out, well, there's something that you guys didn't factor in. And that's the good old-fashioned American spirit. You see, you have to realize the people who started this shit, the gangsters who started this America shit, there was a certain thing about them as to how they were wired to where they were willing to put it all on the line through the fire. Or as Kanye say, through the wire. They put it all on the line because they wanted something different so bad that they were willing to die and to kill for it. So I hope that this is something that can, like Jason just said, will be forgotten and will die down and will mellow out. I hope that this new presidency that comes into office, I hope they don't try to come in here turning over tables and kicking shit down, because that ain't gonna do nothing but fuel the fire. I would hope that they come in treading lightly and keep on doing the shit they've been doing behind closed doors and just hoping that nobody find out the shit until it's too late. Because I don't want us to get to a point to where we're at odds with each other based on our political affiliation. The blue against the red. The GDs against the motherfucking vice lords. I don't want it to get to that point. I really don't. So I hope that this will be something that can actually make people say, hey, let's think about what we do and how we do it, as opposed to just doing some shit because we can do it. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope that some people will actually wake up and see all this shit that's glittering ain't gold. Some of this shit that's over here that they doing, I ain't with it. And I'm going to say something about it. I would hope that is. Because how people talk about me being a Trump fan, I'm a Trump boy and all that shit. See, I can call out when Trump do some dumb shit. See, I can call out when Trump do some fuck shit. You can go back and watch my videos and hear me say several times that I don't think Trump is the best motherfucker ever. I just think he's better than the status quo because he's not a politician trying to finesse a bunch of motherfuckers. And when I say that to a bunch of niggas that's being finessed and want to be finessed, I can see how that could be a problem. But it still don't negate the fact that it's true. And that's why I tell people from here going forward, we all need to start looking for non-politicians to get into politics. And the reason why is so that you can get some people that actually may have a moral compass, that will actually have some authenticity, that will actually give a fuck, if just for a little bit. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that somebody can see this video and really understand what it is that I'm truly saying. And if you don't, email me. I don't mind you coming on the show and we talking about it and having a conversation if you meet those guidelines. You can't be disingenuous. You got to have some character. You got to be on the side of righteousness. And you have to be, or you can't be, intellectually handicapped. Because I'm done with y'all niggas. Unfortunately, 2021 is a new day for all of you niggas that are those things. We ain't got to think the same. We ain't got to agree. But you have to be able to acknowledge facts. You have to be able to accept truths. You have to be able to at least be willing to understand logic. Because that's what I'm on. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. I'm done. Thank you, everybody that joined the show. I want to appreciate everybody that came through. You know, I miss not being on the relationship rehab. My numbers would have been a little better, but it's all about the content, though. Then the numbers. Then the donation. Matter of fact, speaking of, let me give a shout out to everybody that donated. Hold on. Hold up. All right, let's see here. I want to give a shout out to, let's see if anybody donated on the PayPal. Nope, don't look like they did. So we're going to go, I mean, not the PayPal, but yeah, that was PayPal. So I'm going to go to the Cash App and see who I got here real quick. Alrighty. All right. Shout out to my man Illa Dre. Hit your boy with $2. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Shout out to my man Like a Boss. Hit your boy with $1. That's what's up. Shout out to my man Bolo TV16. Thank you. Y'all check my man Bolo out. If you have not checked him out, go to Bolo TV or just YouTube Bolo TV and you'll see my man. Shout out to Jamie who hit your boy off with $5. I appreciate you. Bolo hit your boy with $5. And my man Christopher Sykes, he says, if people thought 2020 was bad, just wait. I'm telling you. Hit your boy with $5 as well. My man, Angry Man, he said, well-polished show. Keep buffing. Buffing? I don't know what that means, but yeah. We're all well-polished. Keep buffing. I got you, Angry Man. There we go. Hit your boy with $5. Yes, sir. And my man, Jason Guns, hit your boy with a 50 spot. That's what's up. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you. Biggest donation of the night. My man. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate all you guys. Like I said, I hope you and my man Bolo hit me back with another $2 for the solid 7. My man. 7 days. That's how long it took the Lord to create the earth. All right, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for clicking the like button and subscribe button. If you are watching this on the replay, please click that like button, click the subscribe button, and share this with somebody. And also, I welcome your comments. Leave me your comments and your thoughts. If you have a disagreement or an issue, please articulate yourself as opposed to just putting some stupid shit in the comment section. Like, he talked too much. It's a commentary, bitch. All right. Thank you guys so much on that note. I'm going to end it with that. You all have a wonderful night, and I will try to maybe even come back on tomorrow. Well, Friday. It's already Friday. And do a little something too. Maybe I can do like a call-in show or something like that. Let's get it, and let's get on up out of here. Yes, sir. Yeah, Jason, your mic was now. I just thought about that because I had to turn my thing up. I don't know what that was, but whatever. Y'all have a good night. I'm out. Peace. And shout out to my mods. Shout out to Solo Nation. And last but not least, shout out to my brother, Tommy Sotomayor. Love you, bro. Shout out to everybody else, too. Appreciate you. Love you, my man, Easy E. Shout out to your broski. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my cousin, Wes. Y'all be easy, man. Peace.